There we go. There we go. Audio's doing right. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the show. I'm Aries Bookman. And this is the Guidepost, where I give guidance on godhood. Team TR, welcome to the show. Good to see y'all here. Rocky, good morning. Welcome to the show. Got your coffee as well. Wonderful. Ryan Morrow 77. Good to see you on the show, man. Self-inflicted diminished capacity. That's going to be the subject today. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad to see y'all here for the show, man. To be as honest as I can, this is going to be one where I walk around the bush a little bit. I brought this subject up for the season finale of season 2 of the Shitstorm. If you haven't watched Shitstorm, you're 2 seasons behind because I'm itching to bring it back. And I'm fighting with myself about that. But I'd like to say that's neither here nor there, but who knows? We're gonna see. But I want to jump back into that subject today. It came up a little bit in the guild, and I want to say is very pertinent. It's very fucking pertinent. This week is vacation week in the guild, so I wasn't even really gonna do a live stream this week. But a few days ago, I was like, nah, I gotta do this. So I decided to make it the thing for today because I didn't want to spend a whole nother week not thinking about it, and I can just walk this shit. Anyways. For those of you who don't know, the Guild is a 3-week expedition into the idea of practical magic. It's a continuous cohort class, meaning the class goes for 3 months. You deal with the same group of people for 3 months. You're looking for like-minded people, boom, you're going to find it. You see, look, really, the problem isn't that you can't find like-minded people. It's that even if you were to find them, you would know what to do. You'd be too busy sitting in your own little circle, your own little square, your own little shell, right? You know, but that's a whole conversation in itself, man. That's a whole conversation in itself. Motherfuckers waiting for the world around them to change, so once it's right, then everything gonna be good. Like, nah, but you gotta get ready. You gotta be ready for when that shit show up. Cause what the fuck you gonna do? You want a motherfucker to come up to you and care more about you than you care about yourself. You ain't reaching out to people, but you secretly want them to notice how mysterious and cool you are from afar and then earn your trust. Like, nigga, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Reach out. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try not to be me, but I'm gonna do it. So yeah, let's jump into it today, man. This is gonna be fun. Yeah, let's jump into it. Here, give me about 40 seconds and we gonna have some fun. Let me see, did I set this thing up right? There it is. That's your boy right there. Everybody love chaos till shit start fucking up. Go ahead, come on through now. Come on through. Get yourself started. Yeah, one of the biggest reasons I started the guild, or I've been doing any of the work I've been fucking doing, is because I've come to find that motherfuckers ain't even started. And you may be one of them folks, hey, Irish, I have started. I know the names of the chakras, and I know that Kundalini exists. Okay, bro. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot more than knowing a few names. Cause look, knowing something intellectually and knowing something experientially, as in through your experience, is a completely different thing. It don't matter which one you start with, because some folks start with the experience part and then they don't know how to frame the idea, so they just start throwing any kind of words on it. And some people start on the intellectual side where they learn a whole bunch of new words, but they don't understand how it applies to them in their own experience. You're going to need both. The two have to dance. For those of you who for some reason don't know, I'm Aries Bookman. I'm a psycho-spiritual consultant. Personally, I'm a metaphysician and practicing occultist. Love this shit. It's a way of life. This shit is a lifestyle. It's not something you do on the side like you did with church. Oh, I can't wait till Sunday, and then you just go back to being the same piece of shit. It's a way of life, and that's usually what people are looking for when they're trying to get into this spiritual and occult stuff. They're like, okay, well, how do I make this practical? How do I make this part of my everyday life? And honestly, to do that, you're going to have to re-examine what you mean by everyday life. This isn't like school where you get the right answer and boom, you're off into the sunset. No, you have to re-examine how you even come to conclusions to begin with. Not so that you can do it the way I tell you to do it. Don't. Because there's already a me. I don't need other me's. Fuck. So that you learn how to do it yourself. So that you can begin making this a lifestyle for yourself. Because trust me, you're going to get what you ask for. You little selfish, arrogant fuck. It's about me and the universe. Okay, cool. You do what you do, bro. Watch. It's going to come around. That shit going to hurt. Okay. Look, you can click the link in the chat to get some of the details about things. The guild, the doors are going to open back up around the end of September. Because after the doors open for 1 week. After the 1 week, the doors close, and the group that we have is the group that goes together. Like I said, a continuous cohort class. And so all the people in your class are going to be your cohorts for that 3 months and beyond, however long you want to keep going. So I don't want to be having people coming in and out. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. Look, once I close the doors, it's up to you. You want to attend, you want to show up, you want to decide to run away and throw a tantrum and then try and come back and then run away and then come back. And it's like, bro, what are you doing? I know what you're doing. I know. I'm being a dick. I know exactly what you're doing. Re-examine how you come to conclusions. Yes, Ryan Morrow. It's because this work isn't about what you think. It's about how you think. Some people, they have the secret inclination to learn the new knowledge, and then now, because I know this, I'm somehow slightly different than other people, even though I'm humble. With the fake humility. This isn't a new thing to know. It's a re-examination of how you do what you've been doing. Some people get to the point where they're like, okay, now I can create my own reality. Newsflash, kiddo, you've always been doing it. You could have always done what you wanted to do. But why didn't you? Oh, the world did, and my mommy and my daddy and these people really knew my story. Wrong. You're agreeing to it. So you got to change how you think. And I'm not saying that to say just think positively. Y'all motherfuckers will drown yourself in a fucking cesspool of positive thought. And it really ends up being denial. That's why I don't like affirmations. These motherfuckers just end up deeply in denial and don't understand that shit. Okay, this is where I want to start. And to be fair, I think I kind of want to walk through some of these old ideas. Not even old ideas, because people always want the new things. So you say old, like, oh, I don't want it. Some of the old videos I've made. This one specifically, but we'll see where it takes me. Because this hit it on the point. This hit it on the head. This was a piece of a consultation I did a few years back. Guy goes by the name of Kelvin Chaos. You may know him on Instagram. And it was, I think this might have been like the second consultation in the 3 consultation series. Because I'm a consultant. I don't just offer consultations. Consultations is what I do. So I want to tap this first, because when we're getting into this idea of diminished capacity, what are we talking about here? Let me walk around this for you for a minute. You want to know the nature of your predicament and how you're continuing to agree to it. The biggest issue you're having, one of the biggest issues, I had to chew that for a second. One of the biggest issues that you're having is, what is you? That's one of the biggest issues you're having, is what is you? Because it's one thing to say, you know, I'm going to break down all limitations and boundaries, but what about the limitations and boundaries you brought into the room? They're in your pocket. You ever walk up to like a dog and you got like some food in your pocket and they can smell it in your pocket? I can smell limitations in your pocket. This is why I'm going to say, what is you? Because the limitations are right there. You claim, oh, the limitations are I'm upon limitations. No, player, like, it's right there in that you. I'm serious. All right, let me look at the word diminished first to help us out. Diminish. A verb. What does it mean to be a verb? It means we're talking about an action, as opposed to like something like a noun, which is talking about a person, place, or thing in a general sense. A pronoun, talking about a specific person, place, or thing. An adjective, characterizing a person, place, or thing. So a verb, we're talking about an action, okay? What does it mean to diminish? To make less or cause to appear less. Beautiful. Let me stop right there. That's wonderful. To lessen the authority, dignity, or reputation of. To lessen the authority. All right? Because this, look, part of the reason I say human is a lie. Just the way you're framing any of this shit is what's diminishing your capacity. I wonder if I might have that video as well. I don't know. I'm gonna look when I'm talking. But here, let me give you a taste of what we're talking about. Okay, I want you to listen. I want you to listen to this.
And for me, what kept coming up was like more scary stuff. Pretty much because that's probably what I was watching, and that's what I resonate with most. But I definitely felt that I was not ready to explore some of the less attractive things that I was conjuring or thinking.
Like what? While I asked you to explore them, right?
Yeah. I've been there. I think I've been there with them, you know? Like, I've been there. And, there was another book I read. I started reading the Monolator book. Again, just kind of like populating my ideas, like what type of, like the video that you showed me made me more interested in just like reading up like sketches, what type of personalities they had, and I was trying to check like what personalities I related to the most, and I kept relating to Asmodeus. Because, you know, he's like a sexual guy. But his trick is to, like, get you all interested in him sexually and then corrupt your soul.
Nice.
Right? And I was like, why do I resonate with that one? Like I said, when thinking about it, I was like, he sounds powerful. He's one of the princes of hell. I'm not really trying to get that crazy with it.
Why not?
I wasn't sure. Like, I'm not sure what type of power that even means in some cases. You know, I'm like, basically, I don't want to. So, in the case of the demonic possessions I was watching some dude had like 7 demons up inside of him. saying that that person requested for them to enter them. And he was having all kinds of physical reactions that were like pretty out of line. I was like, I don't know if I'm mentally comfortable with that at this moment.
Well, I mean, for a human, that's exactly the kind of shit would happen. For a demon king, 7 ain't shit. I mean, hell yeah, I get that, because that's part of the shit. Like, because remember, what you conceive yourself to be is what you are. And so, if in one hand you're summoning demonic forces, yet in the other hand you're constraining your conception of self to being a human, you're basically making yourself this little bitty vagina and summoning this huge dick and insisting that you're not going to get ripped apart. It makes no sense. No, but go ahead.
At the moment I had realized that I needed to do that, I realized that I hadn't thought of myself big enough.
Yeah. Woo.
Hopefully you could hear appropriately. No, I'm not echoing. Well, the room is probably echoing. Hopefully you could hear some of that. If you can't, you can actually go to YouTube and look at the video itself. But to refresh a bit, okay? He had been interested in demonology, I guess you could say. And he'd been looking at a few different things to try and help populate his idea. And in general, usually people will do that to try and not only populate their ideas, but to try and satisfy their expectations of what things are going to be, which is fine, fair play. And, so he's looking at the different demons. He's looking to see in which one he relates to. And Modius was really a big one for him, he said. And he was also looking at the idea of demon possession as it's generally expressed, okay? And the example he had was a guy who would, ask for 7 demons or demons to live in him. And they were like 7, and it was fucking him up. And Kelvin was looking, he's like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do that. Fair play. But the point I made, and which is I'm going to continue making here today, is that not only the guy who was get himself possessed by demons, but Kelvin, in his own perspective, was diminishing his capacity. He saw himself too small to do what he was trying to do. Now, when I say he saw himself too small, I'm not secretly giving you the solution to, well, I'm all things. No. That ain't gonna work. Because talk is cheap. 1, because talk is cheap. 2, you can't identify as all things. It's all things. You can like to do that, and that's fine. I would like to be able to identify as all things. You can try. That's wonderful, okay, kiddo? But there's nothing to grasp there. And so when you end up in a place where there's nothing to grasp, what are you going to do? You're going to grab what you know best. And what do you know best? Your personality. Your idea of yourself as human. That's what you're going to grab by default. It's natural to do it. So when I say it, I'm not making fun of you. But what I'm saying is you have to shift your default. Your default is your issue. Your default settings. Okay, so he thought of himself way too small. And I reminded him, for a demon king, a king of demons, 7 ain't shit. 7 ain't shit. Like you'll hear sometimes people will talk to you. Rafika, good to see you in the chat, man. Welcome to the show, bro. you'll hear people talk to you about some of this darker stuff, right? And it'll be portrayed as evil. You'll be suggested to avoid it. And then slow down. I don't want you to think, yeah, Aries, because that's that they're trying to hide it because they don't want you to know your secret power and the melanin because that's really what we are. I know you've heard that. And I know it was salient. I know people take it in and they think that they understand what's been said. And this is part of the reason I have to say this. It's not someone's trying to hide something from you. That's not the reason people are shunned or moved away from the dark stuff. All right, you've got to put this into the context of initiates, because this information was only for initiates. Now you got motherfuckers who want to self-initiate, but they want to fake it till they make it, and so no one ever really knows when they make it, so they just fake making it. This stuff was for the initiates. The initiation process was to get you to a place to where you could begin the work. As you are, you're not even fit to begin. As you are, you're not even fit to begin. And so someone going through an initiation process, deciding that they can jump into the darkness, is going to fuck up themselves. Why is it going to fuck you up? Why is it going to? Because they ain't got no melanin areas. No, dude, you wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. I get why it was said. It's wrong. It's not because whether or not you got melanin. It's what is you. It's what is you, okay? Look, all of the initiates, and this is initiation proper, this is how it goes. All the initiates have a certain conception of themselves. That's a diminished capacity. It's human, if you will. Okay? The physical world is the end result. It's the residue. It's the shit. It's the dirt. It's the lowest level. And your whole idea of yourself is caught up in that. This is what I mean when I say it's the lowest level. And look, don't, oh my God, I know they just want to jump up and say, look at me. I'm doing it because I know the chakra names. I know about the existence of the tree of life. And I'm telling you, look, those are new words. You're not wrong for learning the new words. But that ain't got shit to do with what is you. And how do you fit into this? When your whole idea of what you are is in that bottom level, it's dirt, it's shit, it's dead flesh. It's dead flesh. You ever see what maggots do to dead flesh? Like, they used to put it on wounds for people. I think they still do it sometimes. Where, you got this necrotic scar, and to separate the dead flesh from the living flesh, they put the maggots on there because the maggots just eat the dead flesh. All right? If your whole conception of yourself is dead flesh, is shit, and then you fuck with stuff that eats that, you're going to feel like everything that is you is being destroyed. And maybe that's not a bad thing, but here's where it gets fucked up, because this is what's always going to fuck you up. And look, you'll think because I said, hey, I'm not scared of anything. Okay, cool, do what you do. Look, what's going to kill you, what's going to fuck you up is the fear. And you think, I'm not scared of anything. The initiation process is to get you ready. And it's just like an initiate to think, to feel like they're ready. Simba and the Lion King. All this shit gonna be yours, little nigga. But don't fuck with the dark shadowy place over there. You ain't ready for that. What do you think? I'm gonna be a mighty king. Okay. All right, cool, kiddo. What happened? Because he wasn't ready. Marshall, good to see you in the chat. Welcome to the show, man. He wasn't ready to do that. I'd tell you most of you not ready, but cool, you don't have to listen to me, and so you're gonna do what you want to do. Fair play. People will tell you to avoid the Kalipov in some respects. I won't tell you they're wrong. But the reason why you're avoiding it is because you aren't big enough yet. You aren't big enough yet, and you don't realize you're not big enough yet. Just saying I'm all things isn't it. A roach is all things. You took a shit this morning, you flushed it, forgot about it? That shit was all things. Being all things is common, it's typical, it doesn't make you special. Even having the knowledge of that phrase don't make it. That ain't it. That ain't it. I identify as all things. Okay, wonderful. I hear you saying the words. Talk is cheap. Like I said, everybody loves chaos till shit start fucking up. And some people think the darkness is cool because secretly they're trying to do what's the coolest thing. Just like Simba. Oh, that's going to be cool. Let's go over there. It's going to be so cool. You'll hear about people fucking with the dark shit and it fucks them up. Why? Because what was you? I even said it in the Trav interview, and I've said it before that. You're going to need to be at least triune to effectively navigate the darkness. Not shadow. See, shadow's cast in the light. Motherfuckers will confuse shadow with darkness. Because it has this sort of a parallel, or not parallel, like a dual relationship with light. Shadow's cast in the light. Shadow's not darkness. Darkness is the predecessor to light. It's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. Because motherfuckers ain't gonna know what to do when you walking around thinking you're pretty and something come in your ear, kill yourself. What? What? Why would I do that? I'm all things. That's what you said on your shirt, I'm all things. But when something come up and said, kill yourself, what self did you think about? What difference did that self make to you? Because remember, you're all things, right? Wrong, you were talking. And look, it's okay to need to develop. It's okay to need to develop. Like that was the point of initiation. That was the point of initiation, okay? So, the diminished capacity. And you've heard me say this for a while if you've been listening. Human is a lie. Human is a lie. I know, look, you want to take that and just, I can repeat that and I'm going to be on the level. That's like just repeating I'm all things, okay? If you don't understand what it means, it don't mean nothing. This work is so much more than motivation and inspiration. See, that's what most people will use this work for. They use it, they say these different metaphysical concepts to motivate and inspire themselves. And you go, okay, fair play. But that ain't the same as knowing what it is. Taking these metaphysical concepts and reducing them to some correspondence with the physical body ain't what this is. Well, the zodiac is the 12 cranial nerves. And really, what we're talking about is Kundalini back oil in your spine because it goes up to the 33rd vertebrae, and that's why Jesus was 33 when he died. Ooh, sounds spooky. It sounds interesting. That ain't it, bruh. That ain't it. That ain't it. Look, man, look, this is why I'm talking about the physical realm here. You're diminishing what this shit is about. You're diminishing what these metaphysical concepts are pointing to. You got a whole book full of correspondences and now you feel impressed with yourself. Your vertebrae are part of the physical world. Your cranial nerves are part of the physical world. I'm not saying get rid of the physical world, because you won't be able to. I'm not saying reject it. What I'm saying is it ain't the point. It ain't the show. Yes, there's plenty here. Okay, there's plenty in the physical realm. I'm not telling you to reject it. What I'm telling you is it's not the point. Reducing these metaphysical concepts to back oil, melanin, cranial nerves, DNA, brain function. You missed it. And most of y'all can't see you missed it because you're on this hype train. You feel so much better. You're so motivated and inspired that I can't be wrong. I mean, if you only knew how I felt, you'd know that I have to be on the path. I have to be there. No, that's emotionalism. And we talked about that before here. Let me throw it up real quick. Because that's emotionalism. And we talk about that. Motherfuckers will confuse emotionalism with the new hot shit. Because they was only here for motivation and inspiration. You try and treat this shit like church, you're going to get fucked. It's 2024. Some of y'all like that. It's fine. What's up, y'all? I'm late. Good to see you in the chat, Dawson. Hell yeah, you late. You late for more than the show. Well, no, I'm being a dick. I'm not lying, but I'm being a dick. Here, look. Because I'm going to show you. Here, check.
And if everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. You see? Check? Check. All right then. They play on your emotion. Saying nothing well and playing on your emotion. Tell a person what they want to hear and say nothing well. You can say nothing if you can say it well. They play on your emotion. And that's the problem with our people. They have been teaching you what you wanted to hear and not what you really needed to hear because they didn't know what you really needed to hear. That's called the art of public speaking. They play on your emotion. So that's getting your emotion up to a certain level and you thinking that's spiritual, that's emotionalism. They play on your emotion. And they'll come up and they will come into some stuff and they would be talking all this good stuff and people, yeah. But everybody's ignorant. You see what I'm saying? They play on your emotion. And if everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. You see? Check? Check. All right then.
If everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. If everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. This is why you can't be above debate. That's why, look, the new strategy for people is to try to include any and everything. And you know what? Fair play, because what you're doing is you're expanding your capacity to bring things in. Great job. You're becoming more open-minded. But you have to learn discernment. You have to learn discernment. Because here's the problem with an open mind. When you got an open mind, motherfuckers will try and put anything in there. Motherfuckers will try and put anything in there. And to be quite fair, they're more than welcome to do so. It's your responsibility to be able to determine what can and cannot go in there. Especially when you're not sure what to believe yet. Especially when you're not sure where you stand yet. You can't just take everything in. Because it's going to confuse you more and more and fucking more. I'm going to give you the analogy, okay? I'm going to give you the analogy here. Let's pull up some imagery so you can have a little image in the back, okay? All right, look at that, bud. Look at that. Here, we'll, what is this? It's probably a game. I'll just throw this up because, you know, it's relatable. It's relatable. The image is relatable. Alright, so, here, we'll start it off where you like to go. We'll start it off where you like to go. You are the highest of the high. The supreme. The almighty everything. You are that. When I said you, what did you think? You put a little crown on your personality, didn't you, asshole? Whatever. Because that thing ain't it. What you are is the highest, supreme. Okay, wonderful, cool. Here's the issue, though. Okay, here's the issue. In your highest unlimited capacity, you've agreed to be the lowest motherfucker on the totem pole. No, I haven't, Aries. Bruh, your experience in the physical realm, it's the lowest. Your identity is tied up in a narrative within the physical realm. Yes, you have. You've agreed to be this. We can talk about the mechanics of that. That gets into metaphysics. Motherfuckers ain't ready for metaphysics. Anyway, stop. You've agreed to be the lowest. And you know what? In your unlimited capacity, that's well within your right to do so. There's nothing wrong with that. Your issue is you've forgotten. Ignorance. You don't even remember what it is to not be the lowest nigga in the castle. You don't remember what it is to be the highest motherfucker there is. All you know is, I'm the janitor peasant at the bottom of the castle. I'm cleaning the dungeons. That's all you know. You got your jumpsuit, your mop, your trusty bucket. Your trusty bucket has been handed down in your family lineage. Your trusty bucket. I'm sorry, that was funny for me. I'm being a dick. And so this is what I mean by diminish your own capacity. You've diminished your capacity of your own volition. Let's look up the word volition. You diminish your capacity of your own volition. You are agreeing to this. You see, you get to the place where I have this knowledge and I can create my reality. I can create my own reality. And good job, fair play, kiddo. But newsflash, you always could have. You've been doing it this whole time. See, it's not so much to just proclaim that you win. You have to know how you win. Otherwise, you didn't. You sitting here in the dungeons with your mop and your trusty bucket, telling motherfuckers down there in the dungeon, hey, bro, really, I'm the king. You're not going to motivate and inspire your way back to being the king. Cause let your motherfucking ass tell it. You're going to take that jumpsuit, mop, and bucket back up there to the throne. And that shit ain't got no business up there. That shit ain't got no business up there. Volition, a noun. The power of choosing or determining. All right? So, and when you see a little link here, this is for your research. This is for you to continue looking up different aspects of these meanings. And so will is somewhere it would send you. All right? An act of making a choice or decision. All right? Of your own volition, you have diminished your capacity. Your allegiance to the idea of human is the diminishing of your capacity. And once again, it's not so much to just say, well, I'm going to cast it off. Okay. It's a fair desire. But it's not as simple as just saying it. Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. You don't want to get rid of it because you need it to use the physical world, to interact with other people, to go to Walmart, to go get you some pussy, to go buy them hot wings with the lemon pepper, the sauce, fried hard with the French fries on the side. I know. I like it too. You need your humanity to navigate that process. So this isn't about getting rid of it. It's about really making the distinction between it and yourself. Really making the distinction. You can't just say, I'm all things, because everything is all things. You may as well have said nothing. You didn't move. You didn't do anything. That shit sounds inspirational. Everything happens for a reason. It feels good. That's emotionalism. Just because some shit feel good don't mean it's good. Boy, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Hell yeah, Dawson. The trusty bucket. The trusty bucket of nasty water and shit. Hold it tight. My grandfather's grandfather passed down this bucket to me. That's your meat bag. That's your meat bag. Don't go nowhere without it. Can't even identify yourself without it. What is you is your issue. And remember, it's not just changing the words. It's not just coming up with a new phrase. It's really shifting your default. It's really letting go of this fucking physical world narrative. Let me see if I had that fucking that fucking talk with a liar. Did I put that shit up? Bro, I got plenty of content. Fuck you mean. These niggas out here, bro. This your boy in them. This gotta be. Where did I put it? I'm pretty sure it's down here. You're already doing it. That's just bullshit. Nothing cares. King. Earth and the Archons. Ego Vice. I'm curious. See, I'm in a conundrum because I don't know which one to click because I don't know which one it is. This is what I'll do. Here, check this one out because I already knew I wanted to send y'all here too. Where was it? I saw it earlier. Come on, my nigga. Come on, where was it? I apologize. Oh, get over it. Y'all go listen to all motherfucking shit. They got plenty of dead air. They got hours of dead air. Fuck, man. What was it? Here we go. Let's check this out. Let's check. Yeah, here it is. This is one I wanted you to see. Here, let's check this out. I'm gonna do that. I'll move this here. And I'm gonna take the one I want and I'm gonna move this to the side so I can take a look at what I want to look at real quick. But here, listen to this. Listen to this.
You know, it's like the difference between, you know, if you're standing on the ground with your foot, the bottom layer of skin and that first layer of dirt. You know, they're very interconnected. You know, you can even pick your foot up off the ground, you got a little bit of dirt on there still. You know, you got to knock that off. But you have to know the difference.
Is it dirt?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm sorry, but oh God, that makes so much fucking sense.
And motherfuckers pick their foot up off the dirt because their body died, but they got all that dirt on their foot. They just you're gonna put your foot back down and just get focused on the dirt, as opposed to knowing yourself as the rest of the thing that you are.
It's not what we think. Like human just allows you to coddle yourself.
Allows you to comfortably live in the lie.
Right.
I mean, hey, you need it to go to Walmart and stuff, you know, to go visit your in-laws and shit. You mean, you need it for that, but outside of this knowledge of self, nope.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, that's the whole development through childhood, is developing that humanity so that you can exist in this shit. But at a certain point, it's like a building with scaffolding. You know, you need the scaffolding to start the building up, but at a certain point, you gotta take that scaffolding down. Otherwise, you'll fuck up your building. That way you can work the details of it out.
Wow. So you still working details out?
Oh, fuck yeah. I mean, it's because I've been doing it for longer, so I have more details on it, more especially because I've been making an effort to map it out. But yeah, I'm in the mud too. Fuck you mean? Hell yeah. As soon as you get out of one little prison cell, you right into the next one. Ain't nowhere to go. Ain't nothing really else to do. You gotta keep doing it. As you do it more, you get like the higher level missions, you know. But it's still the work. It don't stop.
Right.
It don't stop till your body's gone, and that's only for motherfuckers who did the work while they had the body. If you wait till the body gone to try and do the work, you gonna get fucked. You gonna slip right back into this.
Relax, you good. Good to see you in the chat, man. Welcome back to the show, man. Al Dickey as well. Welcome back, bro. Good to see y'all. I want to dip into that analogy a little bit, okay? I know I was listening, Aaron. You wasn't listening. It's okay. Look, this is kind of what I want to get into as well, guys. Because once again, it's a diminished capacity that's your issue. The thing I'm pointing you to is larger than you're even conceiving. There's not some secret way to tell you I'm better than you. I could be better than you in other places. Fuck. You got a dirty ass foot. Alright. Check me out, okay? Like what I say, bro. The physical world is the lowest. It's the lowest. It doesn't mean get rid of it. It doesn't mean it's bad. But it's the lowest. It's the dirt. Okay? But this what happened. What you is, that whole body, that whole thing, step on the dirt, makes contact with the dirt. Once again, all fair play. Nothing's wrong with this. But you get caught up in identifying with the dirt on the bottom of your foot. You think you part of the dirt. And I get it. Look, a piece of fruit falls from a tree, hits the ground, and all of its flesh starts to pour away, be eaten off. Right? It's understandable at that point to identify with the dirt. It's understandable. I get it. I'm not telling you you're a bad person or you're dumb. I mean, that may be the case, but I'm not trying to make that implication. Okay? I don't want to tell you you're dumb. But look, you're confused. You identify with the dirt on the bottom of your foot. Initiation is the process to get you ready to turn away from the dirt. And turning away from the dirt is so much more than having a motivational, inspirational phrase. I'm all things. I'm all these gods. It's all within me. Never worship anything outside of yourself. Ooh. Yeah, what that nigga said, that was good. What is you? Okay, cool. Look, fair play. Never worship anything outside of yourself. What is you? Because all you got is human, and I'm all things. There's a lot of space between those. There's a lot of space between those to get lost. That foot touches the earth, leaves a nice little imprint in the dirt, right? Leaves a nice little imprint in the dirt. There's your physical body. It's still part of the dirt. It's made in the image of the thing that made the print. It's not you. It's not you. That footprint never leaves the dirt. But you pick the foot up a little bit, and there's some dirt on the bottom of the foot. And you want to take that somewhere else. There go your trusty bucket. Initiation is just to introduce you to that bottom layer of skin on the foot. Imagine if motherfuckers walking around identified with the bottom layer of skin on their foot. That's advanced for you niggas. You're identifying with the dirt on the foot, if not the footprint in the dirt. And you're so busy trying to correspond this and that to something in the dirt, you miss the whole point. You miss the whole point. You want a better physical life. You miss the whole point. You want a better physical life, and you lie to yourself about that's what you want, and then you tell me to lie. So now we got to backtrack through all that before we can even get started. The physical world is the lowest. It's the residue. It's the leftovers. It's the end result of a larger process. If you go take a shit, what is that dookie? The end result of a larger process. That's what I mean when I say it's the shit, bro. It's like I can't... When I started to see the physical realm as invaluable, I was able to let it go. It's important, but the lowest. Yes, Rocky, the physical world has its purpose. It's doing what it's supposed to do. It's perfect. It's perfect. Yes, there are things you think should be different. They got their own opinions. Congratulations. From your little perspective, you think it should be different. Yeah, because what is you? Human personality, human body with extra spooky steps on it. You miss the point. The physical world ain't third dimension. It's experienced three-dimensionally. You play a video game, it's experienced three-dimensionally. That's only some of the more contemporary video games. Right? Because look, you watch an anime, right? You watch a cartoon show. It's two-dimensional. It's two-dimensional. It's two-dimensional. The experience of the characters and how you perceive it even, as though it's three-dimensional. Right? Look, if we were to say the physical world is the third dimension, that would imply, by way of the word third, that dimensionality is originating from the physical. It's ass backwards. It's literally ass backwards. Some folks will get into this work to try and find a slick way to reject the physical world, to overcome the physical world, to get around it. You think you slick? No, it's not going to happen. The issue isn't the physical world. It's your diminished capacity. It's the fact that you really do believe you that little thing. And look, it's not bad to ever be little. It's not bad. It's not bad. This is part of the reason the perspective of the physical realm is invaluable. The perspective of the physical realm is invaluable. Like the first time you go and see the ocean, and you realize how much bigger it is than you, right? You take your body up down to the beach, and you, wow, look at that. The vastness of it. The vastness. You need to be able to contend with the vastness of existence. And you're not going to do that re-corresponding all this metaphysical shit to something going on in the body. You're not going to be able to catch the vastness of reality. There's something larger here at play, but you're too busy caught up in what you want, what you think it should, would, or could be. From your little perspective. You diminish the capacity of your own volition. Here, I'll use this image. I'm not as hurt as I could be. I'm getting much better. I'll use this image again. And once again, don't nobody else got original content. They say they're trying to show you some old, ancient image and tell you how to interpret it contemporarily. And they be wrong as fuck. They just put physicalism on top of it. Here, we're really talking about this particle. Like, no, they weren't. Everybody's right. Shut the fuck up. Bro, that shit bothers the hell out of me. But you can't stop it. So, no problem. No problem. You can't stop it. Look. The physical world, this black arrow down here, it's got its own narrative. You turn on Super Mario. You popped into an ongoing story. You turn on Skyrim. I love that part about Skyrim, right? You turn on Skyrim, boom, you popped into an ongoing story, right? It's got its own story. This generated appearance of a place has its own story. Your issue isn't the fact that the story ain't right. It's your allegiance to it. It's your allegiance, your deep devotion to it. Aries, how am I agreeing? Look, there's a lot of places. Start with your fear. Start with your fear. I'm not telling you to have no fear. I'm telling you, if you want to find out how you're agreeing, the easiest place to go is what you're avoiding. You don't avoid something you don't think isn't real. You don't fear something you don't think is real. That's what you think is the most real. So you got to be honest with yourself about it. Your allegiance to the physical world narrative is what's got you caught up. And you need to be in allegiance with this original saga that started all this shit. You need to be in allegiance with the original saga. But you're not. You look, before you can get to the new thing, you got to admit what you're doing already. This work ain't finding some new thing to do. It's reassessing, what the fuck am I already doing? As much as you feel like you're lost, you might not be. It may be you don't even know where the fuck you at. So if the physical body is the dirt, why do people praise the body like men loving a lady's ass or people admire beautiful people? Two things. One, it's not necessarily the physical body is the dirt. The physical realm is the dirt. The footprint that nasty little foot leaves, the footprint in the dirt, this impression that's been left in the dirt, that's the physical body. Now, why do people praise the body like men loving a lady's ass or people admire beautiful people? Bruh, that's primate shit. That's part of the body. Because look, if you identify the body, that's what you think you are. And you fall into just its ways. Because look, you're not supposed to reject the body. I'm going to be completely honest. But a lot of the things the body do that we consider divine is the body's shit. Primates love a good ass. Like, bro, Like, that's primate shit. That's primate shit to love an ass. You know, it's just part of the physical body's imperative. That's why I be telling motherfuckers DNA ain't the thing. Because DNA is part of the physical body's shit. DNA is the physical body's imperative. Motherfuckers, because they don't know how to distinguish themselves between not only the physical body, but the narrative of the physical world. They do this thing where they glorify what the body would glorify. I remember Bobby Hemmett did this one, he did a talk where he mentioned something like if you asked the dog what heaven was like, right? This motherfucker gonna give you where there's all the ass you could sniff. All the food is the soft canned food with the gravy on top. No, none of that hard kibble. You don't have to chase anything. It's all Alpo and asses to sniff. That's essentially what you're talking about right there. All right, it's primate shit. I'm not gonna tell you it's wrong. Look, I like a nice ass. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But that's not divine. It's not divine. You know, you had the motherfuckers who do the twerking is divine. You know, show you a picture of a girl with a nice ass twerking. This is the divine whore. They missed it. That's just a hoe. The divine whore is part of the triple goddess. Virgin, whore, and crone. Or virgin, maiden, and crone. It's part of a threefold pattern. It's not something that you're supposed to emulate in life. Where does that come from, though? That comes from Christianity. People are told to emulate Jesus Christ. And so they think that what you're supposed to do is find a particular deity, emulate it, and now you're doing the right thing. And they miss the point of all of it. Thank you, love. What does the cliff mean on the picture? How do I put this? I'll say it plainly. To Brandon, cliff is what genius is. All right. In the Bookman model, when it gets to the methodological stuff, we talk about the idea of genius. Okay. This is part of what I was talking about before with the diminishing incapacity. If all you have is humanity as default, and then I'm all things, there's a lot of space in between those. So, to help you start out, we put something in between them. For Brandon, that's Cliff. Cliff is either the direction he wants to be moving towards. See how it's getting him out of that black line and putting him back in line with the original saga? It's either the direction you need to go or what it is you need to be. Okay, so this is what's going to help move him out of his allegiance to physical life. Shit ain't sweet, bro. I tell you right now, shit ain't sweet. Let's look here. I'll show it to you here, because you once again, you click the link below. You can get all the details. I give this shit away for free. I talk about it at length, so it's not I'm trying to hide something from you. I tell you what. In the Bookman model, the methodological stuff is down at the back. It's at the bottom. Here, we'll use that. We'll use that for now. When I'm talking about genius, see, this is the map on the bottom. The map on the bottom is a methodological map. The map at the top is a fundamental map. Methodological maps are overlaid on top of fundamental maps. Okay, so I make sure you see the distinction, and then we use the methodological map to talk about how to do something. Okay? So genius is part of the discussion on how to do this practically. Because if I'm telling you your allegiance and identification with your physical body and its narrative, if I'm telling you that's your issue, that's your diminished capacity, well, what you have to get into the process of is not only letting that go, but having something else to hold on to. See, this is me introducing you to that bottom layer of skin on that dirty foot. That's what when we're talking about genius. 'Cause I be telling motherfuckers, this shit is so much bigger than I can tell you about. I've been trying to tell motherfuckers about, but I have to keep chewing the food for babies because babies need chewed food. And like they don't even have no teeth, bro. It's crazy. I'm sorry. That's my shit. Why does copying a deity and living our life how they did in their stories wrong? Is it because their life was fit to live at that time in this area? No, it's because one, the reason people do it is because that's what they learned in Christianity. To live like Jesus. All right? That's going to draw them. It's not only going to keep Jesus and that original saga in mind, but it's going to draw them towards Jesus. Jesus is the light, the truth, and the way. He's the way. And so it draws them in the appropriate direction. That's why they did it in Christianity. And it's not so much that it's wrong. It's that when people try and do that, they only do it where it validates what they already want to believe. And so, okay, they'll say, well, I want to believe that this 304 out here is okay. And so what I'm going to do is, well, the divine whore is an archetype. So you have to mimic the archetypes, and that's what makes it divine. Priapus is the archetype of impotence, a Greek deity. I did a segment on Priapus. And there's a lot of shit about Priapus. I was looking at a few days ago. Where is my thing on Priapus? I probably fucking passed it. If I'm this far up, I probably fucking passed it, yo. Yeah, I passed it. I know where I can go look for it. I know where I can look for it. I did a segment on one deity named Priapus. Okay? Now, nobody wants to emulate impotence. When you're about to hit some pussy and your dick don't work, you don't think that's divine. Right? There's archetypes for sickness and pestilence. Anybody rushing to go get sick? No. You tell them that, they think obviously that doesn't make sense. Of course. See, motherfuckers will take archetypes of what they want to be the case and try and say now it's divine. And that's not the case. They don't even take the time to understand what they're looking at. Where is the segment I did on Priapus? Because I know I did it. Ah! There it is. See? Priapus. This was probably season 1 of the shitstorm. Yeah, there's all kinds of archetypes. And motherfuckers will take whatever archetype validates whatever bullshit they wanted to do and claim that that's what they're emulating. But they never even take the time to learn about these archetypes, about the deities. They just pick one that makes them feel good, that validates their bullshit, and run with it. Anybody want to pick up Priapus? Let's emulate that, guys. Right? Don't nobody want to do that. And that's what I'm saying. They just use it to validate what they already want to believe. I was researching convenient fiction and came across inconvenient truth. That's an interesting parallel. I like that. When I put my life into the perspective, I felt sick. Wait, the perspective of inconvenient truth? Then I asked, what is you? And how are you agreeing? End up saying the word fuck for almost 15 minutes straight. Wish you felt what they felt at the suggestion of that. No, I get it. I get you. Because people don't like inconvenient truth. They like convenient truth. Like, you ever tell somebody what they needed to hear? You ever tell somebody the honesty, but they're like, okay, I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't like your tone. So I gotta give you honesty on a silver platter, right? Like, so it's not even that you wanted honesty. You want something on a silver platter. I remember I had one consultation client. He was talking about how he likes to get into some controversy or something that's chaotic, but he wants it in a controlled setting. Chill. But it was funny. We both laughed about it. But you have to see that in yourself. Okay? Now, as far as a convenient fiction, things like atoms are a convenient fiction. You saying it ain't real, Aries? No. No. Slow down. It's a theoretical concept we use that makes our conceptualization convenient. It's convenient for our conceptualization. State of Georgia is a convenient fiction. It's not to say it don't exist. It does. But it's a convenient fiction. See, that's part of the reason when I went into spiritual warfare at the season finale of the shitstorm on season 2, I spent a lot of time just talking about the law shit. Because it's the same process. The same thing you've done to yourself legally and continue to agree to do is the same shit you've done to yourself spiritually and continue to do. Dorothy never left Kansas. But if you ask her, she swears she on the yellow brick road, got to do this, that, and the third. She's steady listening to motherfuckers who don't know. Same difference. So what is divine then, since the deities aren't divine? I didn't say the deities aren't divine, but you emulating them doesn't make you divine, is what I'm saying. That you emulating them doesn't make your life divine. That's what I'm saying. Because just as easily as these 304s can emulate the divine whore, they could do the divine version. They could do the crone who want to be old. That's why it's called Forever 21, right? Not Forever 52. There's an archetype, the divine crone, but no one wants to emulate that. The divine virgin, I gotta get me some dick. Okay, cool. Look, see, what I'm saying is that their emulation of it isn't divinity. It's them validating what they already wanted to do. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not saying the deities aren't divine. I'm saying the reason people are doing what they're doing is because it validates what they already wanted to do. It's like if you instead of hitting the target on the bullseye, you just you put the arrow there and then paint the bullseye around it. That's what that is. The divine whore! God. I picked him up on accident. Who'd you pick up? Priapus? What you mean you picked him up? That was Maestro. Good to see you in the chat, Maestro. Welcome to the show. Yeah, then I realized that's what Kevin Samuels was arguing. About people, because people will use the spirituality to justify bullshit all day, especially in a climate where everybody's right. You're not allowed to challenge anybody on what they say they believe. Hell yeah, motherfuckers will use spirituality to justify bullshit. Why is GA convenient fiction? I like the fact that you capitalized GA. Because if I go out there on the dirt, on the territory itself, I'm not going to find a line. I'm not going to find a line. Because it's an idea, a fiction we use for convenience, for our conceptualizations. It's not a thing. It's not to say it's not real, but it's a convenient fiction. So you go out there, you're not going to find a line between Georgia and Florida. That's what I mean. It's a convenient fiction. Yeah, when I thought I was about to fuck, I had whiskey dick. Bitch had involved Dagon for that pussy smell too. Ooh. Look, a meeting of the gods. Priapus and Dagon. Yeah, I love that. And this is also part of the reason why you don't want to simply try and emulate an archetype. Is because you're going to miss what they are. Those archetypes are active in every single aspect of the physical world. Every female is moving through the process of virgin, maiden, crone. Like not just Homo sapien females, all females. That's the archetype. But when you try and emulate the archetype to validate bullshit, you miss the whole work. Like so many motherfuckers will not read Kali's stories, but they'll invoke her so I can be the dark divine. You better get into them stories and figure out who the fuck you invoking and what you're agreeing to. What are you asking for? What are you bringing forth when you invoke that? I'm not telling you you're wrong or you're bad. I'm telling you you're ignorant, and it shows. Motherfuckers will pick and choose what validates their bullshit as opposed to seeking to understand. That's the problem. And they'll dress up their personality, the narcissism, and show it off. Motherfuckers is all aesthetic. Hey, that's what y'all need. Y'all need me to hit you with some aesthetic, right? Ooh, I'm gonna get that robe. I'll pull the robe out on y'all ass, man. Y'all be like, now he's the real thing. Did you see the robe? God. I'm gonna get a white smock and a stethoscope. You're like, oh, Aries is a doctor now. Fuck out of here, bruh. That's appearances. It's all appearances. But most people can't see past appearances because they're shallow. And I might be talking about you. It's okay. It's okay to have been shallow. Everybody starts that way. Everybody starts that way. It's okay, but you have to be able to recognize it in yourself. And if you're spending all your energy trying to project a particular idea of yourself, you're gonna miss it. Motherfuckers who spend so much of their time telling everybody how much they don't care what nobody thinks. If you didn't care what anybody thinks, you wouldn't spend so much time reminding anyone who'll listen that you don't care. That's part of the problem here, man. Nobody listen to what the fuck they thinking. Nobody actually think about none of this stuff. They just say the new hot thing and feel like that's it. And that's the emotionalism, bro. Here, I remember the other one I wanted to look at. Now I gotta find it again, right? Fuck you talking about. And bro, man, I got interviews with motherfuckers. Like, I'm the one actually talking to y'all niggas. Don't nobody talk to y'all. These motherfuckers sit up on high, give you their latest channel, and wait for your praise. Fuck y'all. So you fuck with me, you gonna have to read every now and then. You got to study something. Nobody wanna do that. They just wanna walk in and feel good, like it's church. But then at the same time, I don't wanna feel like it's church. I wanna feel like I'm doing something new. But you're doing the same old thing. Sorry. What was it? All right, I'm gonna pull out this one. No, what was the other one here? Here, I'm gonna pull out this one once again, and we're gonna take a look. Mashallah. I thought about using Lubu as an ancestor, but when I looked back into his story and realized he's known to betray his superiors, I didn't even bother invoking. Look, yo, that's funny. Look, man, do the research. Lubu come in, you saw invite a betrayer into your ranks. But stop, y'all funny, man.
I'm not a big Panic fan. Okay, let me take that back. I was watching Panic for a little bit, but I was on Panic for I would say 6 months. After 6 months, I was like, nigga, you talk too much. You gotta shut the fuck up. Get to your point. Damn. I couldn't do it. I love him. He's so informative. He just talk. I'm like, nigga, you live in the past. Come to the present. What the fuck? Anyway.
No, because that's something I be telling people. Like, look, Bobby Hemmett talked 20 years ago. Panic, most of the stuff you hear from Panic was almost 10 years ago. Like, that's the old stuff. And the people who are finding it now and getting excited, okay, they're part of the masses and they don't even realize it. You know, they may be the cutting edge of the masses, but they're still the masses. Like, that shit is old. There's a whole new order of things going on. Bobby Hemmett said this shit is over 20 years ago. This is a whole new order. And niggas ain't caught up on what the new order is because they spending all their time trying to wake up dead niggas.
Like, okay, so for example, like for me, it's funny when you said that because like I had joined like this spiritual group. And it was really good and all of this stuff. But I was like, yo, do we do more than this? And she was like, more than what? I was like, okay, I know we do spells. I know we do rituals. But like, what, do we do anything outside of spells and ritual? Because I feel like spells and rituals, it's not enough.
Yes.
So then she started talking to me, like, then she started talking about, you know, breaking down the physical world and all that other stuff. But for some reason, it just wasn't clicking and it wasn't resonating with me. Like, I just was just like, it wasn't enough.
It sounds like it felt like Christian religion all over again.
It probably was. It was. And she did come from a Christian background. Anyway, so now that I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm like, yo, we don't talk about none of this type shit in my group.
None of it. Nobody is talking about this shit.
Right, not even a fraction. Like she says, you know, go into your imagination space and stuff. But it's like there's no framework.
It's all from a premises of human. Like that's what I'm usually getting on people about is their premises of thinking. Is that the things that they're designing, that they're building are on the premises of the idea that what you are is human. And that's a subtle agreement that just gets skipped over. But there's a lot in that contract.
Right.
It's like if I signed you up for a contract and say, okay, you agree to be a Zubalazar for the rest of your life. And you're like, nigga, I don't even know what that is. That's cool. That sounds fine. That sounds easily. But as soon as you look at the fine print of that contract, there's a whole bunch of shit you just agreed to.
Right.
Like when you agree with that yourself is human, there's a lot of things you agree to in how you frame what yourself is.
Right.
It's a lot of shit in that. That's why I say human is the lie.
Yeah, man, y'all gotta check out the content, bro. Y'all be tripping. I ain't got time. Yeah, what you gonna do? What, you got a new level of Candy Crush? Is that it? That's what it is, right? Fuck out of here. Y'all playing, man. Maestro said brain rot. I heard I wasn't a great Diddy fan. What? Wait, what? Bro, no Diddy. What are you talking about? Yo, I just thought, because you know, motherfuckers say no Diddy, right? Like, because it's 2024. There's motherfuckers out there that's like, all Diddy. I love this place, bro. It's hilarious. Relax, you good. So, what's the new order then? All right, cool. Look, and this is part of what I talk about with the new gods, bro. Because in order to really grasp the answer to the question of what is the new order, you have to understand what's meant by the old order. Right? Makes sense. Makes sense. The old order are those old systems. The old order are those old gods. Oh, look, Bobby got you out the old order. Panic tried to remind you, look, humanity ain't the thing. The motherfucker's still playing that game. You're still playing that game. Well, human is a fucking lie, man. If we're talking about what the new order is, it's the age of the warring gods is over. Not to say there's no war. Wars exist. Wars exist on so many levels. It's not to say there's no war. The age of different cosmologies necessarily warring is over. The age of isolated cosmologies is over. There's so many new gods, but you gotta get what a god is, bro. And you're not gonna get it. Go to divine war, mommy. That's what it really is. It's mommy worship. It's mommy worship and feminism. Fuck out of here. But with the new order, there's no singular thing. It is. It's no longer what you think. It's how you think. What is you? Human is the lie. When you agree to what you are as human, it puts you, it makes what you is part of this narrative. And some people think they can just add spirit sprinkles to what they already have. No, you have to uproot your entire premises of thinking. You have to uproot your entire premises of thinking. Because it's trash. Why do I say it's trash? Because it's rooted in the dirt. That's it. It doesn't have the original saga. All it has is the being rooted in the dirt. You've missed the forest for the single tree that you're becoming. The new order, to understand the new order, you really have to understand what the old order was, bro. Where's the one I was looking for? I could have sworn that was the one I was looking for, but it wasn't. And I don't think it was up here because this is way too high. It was further down. But your asking that question inspired me to show a different one I wanted to look at. Where was it? Fuck. Y'all be mad at y'all niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I be mad at y'all motherfuckers, bro. Like, you could be anything. How dare you? How dare you? I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Look, okay, you're having a physical experience. I'll give you that. But a human experience? What did you just agree to? What did you just invoke? What do you mean, Aries? That doesn't mean anything. Of course not. Of course not. Then why'd you say it? Come on, man. Motherfuckers don't get it, bruh. But it's okay. When she said she wasn't a big Panic fan, I wasn't a but I was agreed. Okay. Like, as in Panic was, you call it Panic Diddy, bro? Chill out, bro. Chill out. Nah, I get what you're saying, man. I'm messing with you. Fuck! Where was what I was gonna look? Here's what I was gonna show you. Here. Like, we in 2024, we in some wild times right now, especially being 22 right now. Hey, man, look, you're young. It's the perfect time. I'm telling you, let go of your expectations that you have any idea where you're supposed to end up. I'm so serious. Bruh, especially for a male, let go of the idea that you know where you're gonna end up. The shit you think you want is so small. It's trivial. And that's not because you're bad or wrong or thinking the wrong things. It's literally because you're 22. I know, I've been 22. I'm telling you. Bruh, the shit I thought, and I'm consistently smarter than most people. The shit I thought I knew, trash. Wasn't even close. My allegiance to that bullshit was ridiculous. Here, look at this shit. This is what I was trying to show.
So, you know how you say, like, somebody said it and they tagged you in it, right? They said Bobby Hemmett introduced you to the door, Brother Panic showed you. No, Bobby Hemmett introduced you to something different. Brother Panic showed you the door. Aries Bookman said you're already behind the door. You know, and shit like that. It was like that. But I'm trying to get into the details of understanding the whole process of how I'm already behind the door. Because I guess saying it would just be affirmational. But if I don't really understand it, like you said, if you don't know how you want, then you didn't win. And so I don't want to, being 100% honest with myself. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, I'm behind the door. And reality is, I don't know how I'm already behind the door. I got the notes jotted down. I'm reading more information about the clip-off, Kabbalah, and all of that shit. I think honestly, really and truly, because I'm just fresh, like, I think it's just going to take some time for me to continue going on and doing this shit.
I would say as fresh as you are, fuck that shit. Fuck all the different little things niggas are telling you you're supposed to do. If you're gonna listen to the shit I'm telling you, only because you don't want to try and correspond a bunch of shit. That's why motherfuckers keep fucking up, just walking in the door and trying to correspond everything and get to a place where they feel they got it. It's like, no, start where you walk in the door. Hey guys, I'm the dumbest nigga in the room. Right. Where there's no urge to get to a place where, hey, I get all this. Because because even the idea that you go somewhere at any time, astral travel, like niggas don't even know what the astral is to even say it's a place you're going. It's very subtle. Because once again, it's all one thing. There's not really a place to go. This is the appearance of a place. Like, you're a gamer. All the different games you have. You play Skyrim? Yeah, you play Skyrim. We talked about this. Yeah. There's a whole world of Skyrim, and it has the appearance of a place. My nigga, it's a disc. If niggas is even doing discs anymore. Right. Or downloads at this point. It's an appearance of a place. As much depth and rules and reality exists within that thing, it's not a place. It's the appearance of a place. And in fact, compared to the thing that you are in that game, there's a whole other life that's completely different. Outside of that game. And see, the game that you think you're playing is the physical world. It's the appearance of a place. It's why niggas think they go somewhere when you astral travel. Or dimensions or some other place. It's like there's nowhere to go. It's one thing. It's just how you're looking at the damn thing. How you've chosen to define everything. Because people are so happy to get to a place where they're like, okay, wow, now I can do whatever I want. No one's going to tell me what to do. I'm the god of my universe. Okay, nigga, well, what are you creating? Like, well, where are you drawing the lines? And it's not just where you consciously think, oh, I'm saying this is what I'm doing. It's the devil's in the details. It's what is the fine print of what you're agreeing to. People are quick to jump on the train to go get some joy, but that ride also comes with pain. If that's part of joy, if you're sitting there trying to eat joy and navigate the pain, you're not really tasting joy. Right.
There, that's the one I was trying to show y'all, bro. Because we're talking about the diminishing of your capacity. Marshall said, I tried to design my future, but the other deities let me know that I was thinking way too small. Hell yes. That's what I'm trying to let y'all know. Thinking way too small. And see, motherfuckers will spend so much time and fail to realize how small they're thinking because they're impressed with what their thoughts are. Because they compare their thoughts to people they know. All the dead motherfuckers, right? And so you think because, hey, I'm thinking, look at all these dead motherfuckers I know. I'm thinking higher than these motherfuckers. You get impressed with yourself. Look at me. But I'm humble. Lying ass shit, right? No, I get it, bro. But that's what I'm saying. This is why you actually need people who are not only like-minded, but you have to be in a group of people where the possibility that you can be challenged exists. Any of those other groups you go to, anyone can say anything. That means nothing is valid because validity is gone. Validity is gone. It's just share feelings and give them fire and facts. And we building. Look, you say building, don't mean y'all building shit. Motherfuckers will say building. We here to build. We building. How? How you building? You ain't drawing no lines. You ain't making no distinctions. What the fuck are you building? Your emotions up, and that's true. That whatever, bro. Look, I get it. Motherfuckers have to listen to me. Amar, good to see you in the chat. Just hopped in. Welcome to the show. The diminished capacity, because it may be a bit confusing as to why I use the legal stuff to talk to you about diminishing capacity. Because to be fair, this topic is huge, but the topic of spirituality and the occult is huge. Motherfuckers don't get it. They're too busy reducing shit to the physical body. But that was my big fuck up, is trying to discuss a topic that's already outside of your depth. But it's okay, because you can always grow. You can always develop. As long as you're not impressed with where you're already at. Assholes. I'm the dick in the room, though, right? Okay, I'm the dick in the room. I'm a piece of shit, but they're still assholes. Oh, sorry. So, what I was talking about, guys. And I think this is a really easy analogy, excuse me. The idea of a U.S. citizen. Okay? A U.S. citizen is a diminished capacity. A U.S. citizen is a diminished capacity. There's barely anyone who'd listen to this who wouldn't, if asked the question, wholeheartedly agree that, yeah, I'm a U.S. citizen. What you mean, bro? Of course I am. And I'm not telling you to just outright deny it, because once again, here, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you, even if I told you what to do, you wouldn't know. Because you don't know the nature of your predicament and how you're continuing to agree to it. Minimum contacts. Minimum contacts. Let me see what'll come up for minimum contacts. So, the way the story goes, guys, because you need a story. I know, I get you. When it comes to law, okay, you have God's law. Right? God's law gives rise to man. And man's law gives rise to positive law. Okay, these are things that men have created. Dawson, citizen isn't always equal to slave. Capital C citizen is not always equal to slave. Okay, but I understand what you're talking about. I understand where you're coming from with that. Nature, part of the middle trust that defendant must have on the form of court. Court is subject to heart. Personal jurisdiction, that form consistent with due process. Ooh. Yeah. Since 1945, in International Shoe, the Supreme Court, International Shoe is probably a Supreme Court case. Now, let me see. I'm going to look up a Google Scholar and see what it says. International Shoe. Case law. International Shoe Company versus Washington. Yep, Supreme Court of the United States. Okay, and let me guess, 1945, right? 1945, yeah, that's what I say. International Shoe, the Supreme Court has elaborated on the nature and quality, the word and we have two different things. Nature and quality. Of minimum contacts that a defendant must have with the forum, in order for a court to subject him or her to personal jurisdiction in that forum consistent with due process. Minimum contacts. I'm coming back to minimum contacts. Here's the story. Here's the narrative, okay? We the people, right? God's law, man's law, positive law. Positive laws is law created by man. To be very general, right? It can be more complicated than that. we the people, we'll use the example of the United States of America. We the people create the Constitution for the United States of America. All right? If you create it, you control it. Okay? If you create it, you control it. It's yours. The people create the United States of America. All right? Within the Constitution for the United States of America is Congress. Okay? So basically, the people create Congress. All right? What does that mean? Okay. It means that those among the people can now diminish their capacity and hold that office in Congress. So you can go from being one of the people, place the chains lightly upon yourself that you might be in service to your brothers and sisters. Real simple, right? Real simple. They diminish their capacity and become Congress, all right? Now they're vested with power. But Congress creates the U.S. citizen. Congress creates the U.S. citizen. Remember I've said before, we may not remember because this may be your first time, whatever. An emancipation is a transfer of property. They didn't just free the slaves. They went from being privately owned to publicly owned. Niggas was the first U.S. citizens, okay? Privately owned to publicly owned. It was an emancipation. All right? Transfer of property. So now you have an even further diminished capacity of U.S. citizen. I mean, there was even discussions around the creation of the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment in Congress. Like, you can look at the congressional records. You can look at things other than congressional records, but I mean, the congressional records are there. Anyways, it's a further diminished capacity. So the people, Congress, U.S. citizen. See, the people, if anything, could be a citizen of a particular state. Those emancipated slaves weren't allowed to be a citizen of a particular state. Part of the reason U.S. citizen was made to facilitate that. So originally, the people were not U.S. citizens. You were a citizen of a state. And each state has its own constitution, and by way, the same type of a pattern. Okay? But at this point today, throughout the course of history, right, everyone has taken up that federal citizenship. No longer state citizenship, federal citizenship. They, of their own volition, diminish their own capacity. Let's look at the, I'm going to save that because I'm going to look at that later. I'm going to keep minimum context. So I'm going to come back to it. The 13th Amendment to the United States Constitution, the Constitution for the United States, abolished slavery and involuntary servitude. Involuntary servitude. What does that leave? Voluntary servitude. You can sign up to be a servant if you like. Nothing wrong with that, right? Or except as punishment as a crime. Now, a lot of things became crimes as soon as niggas wasn't private slaves no more. And in the same era of sharecropping, vagrancy was made a crime immediately, real quick, right? So either you go get a sharecropping job or you're considered a vagrant, nigga. Get your ass on that chain gang. This is slavery. No, it's not. We didn't say the word slavery. It's slavery. It's continued on into the day. It ain't stopped. Motherfuckers will sign up for it and not know how they're signing up for it. Ignorance is no excuse of the law. This is where minimum context comes in. Because if you don't know how you're agreeing, you can't just tell me you're not. If you don't know how you're agreeing, you can't just tell me you're not. Social security numbers, driver's license, street names and numbers, zip code, the way you put GA in capital letters, where does that come from? It's a district. That's a district. That's not talking about the state. And then you got the difference between lowercase state and capital letter state. There's so many senses of the word state. Minimum contact. You can tell me, hey, I'm not a U.S. citizen. But if you're using any of the benefits or privileges, you invoke the whole thing. Like, here's an example. I can say, well, the land of Oz doesn't exist. Okay, fair play. But then in the next sentence, I invoke the scarecrow. That minimum contact brought the whole thing back. Brought the whole thing back. It invokes the entirety of the subject matter. Minimum contacts. So if you don't know what your minimum contacts are, you can't tell me you left. This is why when people talk about they're going to leave the physical world and never come back, I'm like, okay, where's the line between the two? Because if you're telling me you don't know what a line is, how the fuck you going to know when you leave so you don't come back? How you going to know what the difference is? You won't. You won't. Because motherfuckers just going to be impressed with themselves and motivated. You don't have no distinctions between none of this. See, that's what happens when motherfuckers do the I'm everything and try and get beyond all limitations without examining the utility of limitations. They end up agreeing to shit they don't know how they're agreeing to it. And ignorance is no excuse of the law. What's law? Contract. Contract is law. It's agreement. You have an unlimited capacity to contract. As one of the people, you have an unlimited capacity to contract. Just like the king of the castle, you have an unlimited capacity to contract. Unlimited to such a degree that you can contract yourself into servitude. You can volunteer to be a servant. Go from being the king of the castle to the motherfucker cleaning up the dungeons. You're that powerful. If you don't know how you win, you didn't win. If you don't know how you didn't win, you didn't win. You need to know the nature of your predicament and how you're continuing to agree to it. You have to know the nature of your predicament and how you're continuing to agree to it. If you do not have both, you're not going to get out of it. This is why I can't just tell you what to do, or I can't just give you fundamentals. You need both. But you're not going to understand how to do, how you're continuing to agree to it, if you don't understand the fundamentals. Like, bro, this shit is expansive. There's a lot to learn here. There's a lot nobody told you. Was anybody going into the cotton fields telling the slaves about everything in the world? No, they didn't need to know that. You need to know how to count to 10 so you can get that fucking hay bale, Kunta. That was it. Why did we learn this in school? What the fuck you think that's for? Fuck me, man. Look, I talk about this because the same thing that's being done with you legally is the shit you've done to yourself spiritually. You've diminished your capacity of your own volition. The contract is sitting there in you, in that you. That's why I say, what the fuck you think I meant when I said you? What is you? You can tell me, oh, I travel in the astral realm and I touch the bosom of Oshun. My ancestors are taking care of me. Okay, look, I'm not going to tell you that's wrong. But I'm curious, what is you in that scenario? And here's where we go. You either got default humanity or I'm everything, which you can't identify with. And so it's cap. Adhesion contracts are a particular type of contract. They're a particular type of contract. Here, let's look at it. I'm just clicking the first link, bro. I'm trying to keep this very simple to show you how easy it can be to begin researching, right? An adhesion contract is an agreement that usually has non-negotiable terms and conditions. Generally, it's prepared by a party to a potential transaction that has the product or service sought by another party, the consumer. The former has the stronger bargaining position. The latter must accept the adhesion contract to obtain the product or service. Benefit or privilege. If we say product or service, you can think benefit or privilege. Okay. You could style this as an adhesion contract. The nature of your predicament as an adhesion contract. I don't think I'd be against that. But what I'd say is I want to say it's a little more than that here, and this is why I say that though. Because okay, in the sense of an adhesion contract, you have one party setting up a set of circumstances that is to be agreed to by another party, okay? And you have this second party coming along who want whatever's set up. They want to be part of it. And so it's already set up for them to agree to be part of it based on certain circumstances that aren't going to be negotiated, okay? You could say that. You can say it that way. Now, the degree to which any of this stuff is non-negotiable is my contention. But in an adhesion contract specifically, it's non-negotiable. There's a difference between a contract being non-negotiable and you not exercising your right to negotiate. Those are two different things. See, if you skip over or don't know you can negotiate a contract, it may appear that it was an adhesion contract. No, you waived your right to negotiate it. See, that's my contention. So I don't want to necessarily say this is an adhesion contract, because if you waive your right to negotiate, it's not that the contract was non-negotiable. It's that you skipped over that subtlety and went to the next thing. The bigger issue is your acts and omissions. That which you are doing and that which you have failed to do. Your acts and omission. That's why I'm reluctant to characterize this as an adhesion contract. All right, because if you're not aware of the influence of your acts and your omissions, you'll think there was no room for negotiation. When it comes to the spiritual shit, right? And that's why I come from the law background. Panic and Bobby ain't come from that. Bobby talked about it a slight bit, but he was talking about it in the context that motherfuckers thought the law shit was gonna get you further than the spiritual shit. And I'll tell you right now, it won't. If you really lean in and walk by faith, you'll be put where you need to go. You may not like it. That's a whole different thing. Okay, understanding the law shit, like this used to be basic civics. This used to be basic civics. This used to be the basic understanding for anyone in a community. Now motherfuckers don't know shit, and they don't know shit because they too busy listening to the latest Jizzy Jeff album or to see whether or not Ice Spice is shaking her ass a certain way. You tell me who signed Ice Spice to the label and what the beef was between some other artist who wanted to be part of the label. You can tell me that, right? You can tell me what the 3 new shoes Nike gonna come out with. You can tell me that. It's an adhesion contract. What is a municipality? I don't know if Phil Valentine got into it. I don't remember specifically, but I don't think he's unaware of it. But most of them are more set in the spiritual discussion. Like I've been doing the law stuff for years, so I've been fucking with this. Like this is part of where I come from, and why I'm telling y'all niggas the devil's in the details. Be impeccable with your word. It's not for other people. It's for you. Talking about what it is you're agreeing to. What are you invoking when you say that? Motherfuckers will repeat shit they heard and think as soon as I say this, they're just going to do that. No. You got to know. If you don't know how you win, you didn't win. Whew, I'm so serious, bro. It could all be simple, but you have to get through the complicated part, and the complicated part is really contending with how far behind you are. You think you're on the cutting edge because you compare yourself to motherfuckers who they're not even getting in the race. When you compare yourself to motherfuckers who ain't even here to race, you'll think you fast. You'll think you on the cut. You think you the shit. And then you got the fake humble on top of it, so you can't even tell. And then you walk into one of them groups where everybody giving their 2 cents, and they check, fire, facts. So you think you're on the cutting edge, you think you're humble, you're not, and you think you got something to say, so you don't listen. And you stop fucking growing. Because you too busy trying to get in on this and that, and say a whole bunch of shit. Like, bro, I still got plenty to grow. I don't play about that. I don't lie about that. I'm not trying to put on airs that I don't. But I'm telling you, you keep comparing yourself to motherfuckers who don't run the race, you're not going to move. You're not going to move. You can't just start a show repeating whatever Travis Major said. That's already what Travis is saying on his show. You have to even contend with whether or not you understand that. You can't just repeat what Bro Yusuf said, start you a channel, and now you're doing it. No, you just repeating what somebody said. You can't start a channel repeating what I say. You gotta lean in. You gotta contend with whether or not you understand. And the answer can't automatically every single time be, I get it. It can't. Bruh. So look, you walk into a courtroom, you had a new fancy thing you say that you heard somebody say. You had a new piece of paperwork, and you think as soon as I come in with this paperwork, shit gonna be good. They ain't gonna know what to do with me. Boy, please. Ha! Come in here with somebody else's paperwork. Somebody else wrote that shit up. You just put your name on it and try to slide it in. What stop? What stop? Niggas do it though. Niggas do it. Why though? Why do they do it? Because they're desperate. They're running from something. I get it. There's scary shit out here. There's awful shit out here. Same reason motherfuckers do it in the spiritual community. Because they're running from something. They're running from something. You're not going to get this running away from something. You have to run toward it on its own accord. You're not going to get this shit running away from physical life. Trying to have a better physical life. See, look, when you're trying to have a better physical life, what you're running from is having a bad physical life. Ethereal Progeny, good to see you in the chat, man. Guild gang. Once I realized I didn't know and everything else was correspondence and not necessarily thinking, and that I had never questioned my thinking at all. It hurts. It hurts. Especially when you're a person who's generally considered intelligent in most rooms you go into. I know, it hurts. It hurts. But it's honesty. And until you can contend with it, you won't get the benefits on the other side. And that's what motherfuckers is looking for. You gotta get those benefits on the other side. Because motherfuckers got a pocket full of correspondences. And they never even checked the validity of that shit. The relevance of that shit. But you wouldn't think to. Because you walk into the room and you got your little 2 cents, right? Now, really in your heart of hearts, you think that 2 cents is worth $3.50. But you do the fake humble, so you throw it out like it's 2 cents. I know it. I know the shit. And as soon as that 2 cents hit the table, everybody treat that shit like it's $3.50. Check, fire, facts, we tap it in. But everybody's ignorant. Everybody in the room is ignorant. And so the ignorant just keep leading the ignorant. The blind leading the blind. And all the motherfuckers just sharing. Feeling good, right? Ready to go look down on a dead nigga like a Christian look down on a sinner. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, I know. Look, you ain't gotta listen to me. You ain't gotta follow me. You ain't gotta do what I do. But you gotta check your shit. I'm gonna tell you right now, them other groups don't do it. Not because I'm better, because they don't know to do it. They're treating it like religion. They treating it like this is where I go to feel good because I've been avoiding feeling bad for so long. Sorry. I get it. I'm not trying to claim I'm better. I fucking get it. But it's wrong. It's wrong. Fuck, man. Was there something else I wanted to show on here today? I remember I did that one. I did do that. I just showed that. But I got plenty of shit in here, man. Motherfuckers. Oh man, I can't have time to look at all of it. But you got time to look at the new Jizzy Jeff album. You got time to revamp your sun gazing, assholes. Yeah, I'll probably do that right here. Maestro, you over here with no money, and I was like, damn, what this nigga got? No money? Fuck you mean? Yeah, what I got. Look, Bobby was in the thing. Nobody, but like, look, y'all get this pamphlet real quick, man. Help me out with that rent. Shit, niggas will still be like, I ain't got it, Bobby, but thank you, I appreciate it. Whatever, nigga, lying through their teeth, but it's alright though. I know you need to go get that loud pack and them wings. I know, I get it. You want to go out to the club on Saturday with your new outfit that wasn't free. I know, I get you. Go ahead and do your thing, man. Shit. Snyder. What are your thoughts on Snyder? No, I think he maybe has a framework but just teaches the techniques. Can't spell no Jizzy Jeff. Right? Look, that's the new thing. No Jizzy Jeff, bro. No Jizzy Jeff, right? That's what y'all gotta say. No Jizzy Jeff. Look, I say Jizzy Jeff because I don't know who the fuck y'all listening to now. It could be Sexy Red, Ice Spice, Blueface, and this little girl with the round face. It just be like, y'all motherfuckers really interested in that shit. Like that. I know, I'll be alright. Snyder is the NLP mentor I told you about who sold a couple of $100,000 tickets. See, man, I could be out here put on a roll, sell y'all niggas some bullshit. God will pay me. You will steal money from your mama to get tickets to my show if I fed you bullshit. I know it, boy. Damn, that pisses me off. Damn, you would steal money from your mama, not pay your rent, eat bad food so you can save up just to buy my ticket so I can sell you bullshit. You know why? Because it feels good. Oh, it feels good. It's going to validate you. You're going to feel included. You're going to feel like, I haven't been crazy this whole time. This guy really gets me. We're going somewhere. We're the chosen. When he starts his video, he says, hey, family. It's me. I'm family now. Fuck y'all, man. Damn it. Bruh, I could kill it. See, you're not wrong for thinking I can trick you. You listen, you watch, you're like, damn, he might be fucking with me. He might be tricking me. You're right. I could. I'm not. If I was doing it, you wouldn't know, boy. It'd be so... That's where villains fuck up, because they need to monologue to make sure somebody sees how wonderful their evil plan was. Real villains, you never even know they exist. $500K a ticket, bitch. Ooh. I'd have you sharing my shit with your family. You feel real good on that bullshit, boy. Real good. Damn, I'm so sorry. Let me do this, man. Gerald Sunbright, good to see you in the chat, man. Welcome to the show. I just imagine an alternate universe where Aries is a bullshit artist. I don't know how to feel. Hell yeah, boy. I got a variety of robes. Ooh. Got certain theme music. You know, I have different stylized courses. Oh, masterclass. Ooh, masterclass. That's what you want, boy. That's what you want, boy. I come through, touch you on your shoulder, reaffirm how well you're doing. You ain't did shit yet, but I let you know. I see your improvement. I see where you're doing well. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. I could do it, bro. That shit. I couldn't live with myself though. It'd get boring way too fast. All right, here, look at this. Here's a line I can quote from 80% of the clients I work with. I get all this spiritual stuff. Really? I get how this occult stuff works. What I want to know is, why am I doing any of this? What does it mean? What's it for? And so, today, on What's the Process, we will explore just that. Right off the bat, ignoring the claim of Cap. And by that claim, what I mean is the claim that you get all this occult stuff, you get all this spiritual stuff. Okay, look, I get that's what you're saying. Cool. I'm not even gonna tell you you're wrong. Really? I'll come back to that. Assuming, yeah, you get all this, you know how this works. The next question to ask, and quite naturally as such, is why? Why does this stuff work? Why does it make a difference? Why does any of this matter? But most importantly, what am I supposed to be doing with this stuff? If that's where you're at, that's the idea we're exploring today. Oh, and also, spoiler alert, this has nothing to do with whether or not you're one of those mythical melanated beings. This has nothing to do with the Black Anunnaki or the Illuminati elite reptilian whatevers. And really, for the most part, this is far beyond the scope of what humanity at large will seek for themselves. Those are all physical world narratives that I don't need to bother determining whether or not they are real at all. Why? Because it's what's behind this world that we are aiming to get at. And there is nothing in this world that can ever impede that, or any place in this world where this process becomes more or less possible or probable to undergo. Said differently, the whole physical world, no matter when, where you are, is an illusion. Like you niggas like to say, it's a hologram. And sure, we all know that, but what's the underlying reality? And honestly, look, fuck the hologram. I don't care what's being projected. Let's have a high-stakes conversation about the projector and the light itself. Let's talk about that, as opposed to saying some woo-woo affirmation or motivation that really a Christian could have said. We want to find the fundamental nature, as opposed to some emergent scenario in the physical realm. Now, honestly, I'll take your claim to being deity at face value. But see, this is what I find. Most of the clients that I talk to, even if I believe what they're saying wholeheartedly, they don't believe it. They'd like to believe it. They really would. But they don't know what it is about their beliefs or how they're believing or what they're doing that's stopping the process. Then you have some that really do swear they believe. But in the moments of truth, they abandon their convictions and their claim to deity. Mostly ends up amounting to aesthetics and motivation. And really, in all honesty, the answer is simple. Truly step into and embrace the notion of being the center of your own reality. Not only that, but more to the point, examining how you're choosing to define that you at the center. Something I like to remind my clients of over and over is that the darkness is subtle. By its very nature, it tends to go overlooked. It is not simply the absence of light. It is the predecessor The claim to chaos is much more than a spooky aesthetic and smoking a black wood on Instagram while saying 666. If you really say you are what you are, then the only thing that can hinder that is you. Oh, but what do I mean by you? Bro, I got fire in this bitch, man. Y'all niggas tripping. I got fire in this bitch without the emoji. Y'all talking about, I don't have time to watch your videos, Aries. They're too long. Bitch, that's 4 minutes. Whatever. Niggas, man. Fire in these bitch, man. Motherfuckers ain't touching me. Whatever. Dookie Dookie. Hell yeah, I hit him with the Dookie Dookie, nigga. I'll have motherfuckers saying Dookie Dookie and loving it. Oh my God. Cause motherfuckers, everybody wants to believe they're not gullible. They want to believe more than they want to go through the process of checking to see whether or not that's true. They'd rather just, no, of course it's not me. I feel it. Hell yeah. I'm doing well, Aries. I'm doing well, Aries. Oh yeah. Ooh, I can sense. I can feel it. Do any of y'all feel it? Do you feel his third eye? It's vibrating. The frequency here is off the charts, guys. See, this is one of the people doing the work. You guys got to tap in with him. Oh, touch you on the shoulder. Great job. Great job. Even I'm impressed with this. Please. Y'all niggas. Drinks jug of piss. Oh shit. Look, I gave me some yellow water and start telling you nigga, look, okay, I got a little apple juice in this water, right? You see, guys? Drinking your urine is the reincarnation of the excrement of existence. Duke of Dookie. Motherfuckers will fill that jar up with piss and be like, yeah, I can't wait to show this to a Christian. Look, guzzling, all diddy head ass niggas. Where I can get that shit? Man, motherfuckers would swear they not the one getting fucked, getting bullshitted. They'll feel like they in that Joel Osteen church. I feel the spirit. Well, please, get the fuck out of here. Why would they even be on the call if they get all of it? Yeah, that's why most motherfuckers won't jump on a consultation, won't jump into class. Because they feel like they get enough. Why? Why do they usually feel like they get enough? Because they're in a place where their emotions are stable. They're not dealing with spirituality, they're dealing with emotionalism. But they've been taught to treat that as though it's spiritual. How'd they get taught that? They go into the spiritual circle jerk. They go into the spiritual circle jerk and they get all their emotions validated. Nobody checks any of it. So everything they saying is right, and not only that, coincidentally, it's already everything I really thought. And so they never learn how to get out their own way. They're taught that the thing that's in their way, them being in their own way, is actually them being more spiritual. They're not even in their own way. They're already there. Give a nigga a little screen time, right? Look, I'm the guru, right? I'm the guru, right? Got my robe, everything, right? You know what? We got to get one of the family up here on the video, guys. Boom. Put you on the video? Oh, yeah, you're going to love that. You're going to feel special, anointed. Let you talk. Let you spit your wagga, right? But let you go on for 30 an hour. Cause look, especially if motherfucker ain't got nothing to say themselves, and they let you get on there and talk, free content, free following, what stop? Hell yeah, boy. You'll be feeling so good after that, you'll stop studying altogether. You really be looking to be ready to teach. Be out there on the street telling people what you know. Boy, stop. See, I know the difference between an alternator and a radiator, but I'm not teaching nobody how to fix a car. I'll be damned. Boy. Don't sleep on drinking piss, y'all, boy. I'm going to bed on that. Fuck you talking about, bruh? Hell yeah, guys. If they hit that piss. So like, this is what the real ascended masters always did throughout the ages. They find some way to take metaphysical concepts and correspond it to piss. Fuck out of here. Niggas activating their anus, bro. It's ridiculous. I don't want to drink PP water. Well, you're just low vibrational. You don't get the true knowledge. See, all you need is truth out here, and if you had the truth, you wouldn't be worried about drinking that pee water, man. You see all the electrolytes and electromagnetic vibrations that are coming out of that. Your frequency would be so high, but see, you scared of it. You scared of your frequency. That's what it is. See, they want you to be scared of this. This is what they've been hiding from you. And as soon as you see it, you're scared. See, that's your programming, man. When I heard that, I said I didn't get it, but contextualize what I didn't get into my normal ass thinking. Well, the reason people will do that though is because it keeps you in that valid position. It keeps you in a place where it's not that you need to change. What you are is already what it needs to be. That way, you don't have to change your thinking. You don't have to do research. You don't have to reevaluate your movements. You're already there. I'm already there. Nah, I get it though. I get the inclination. Because I'm not just making fun of y'all. I'm really not. I've been there. I know what it is. I'm so serious. I've been there multiple times in my life. That's how I had to learn to check whether or not I knew what the fuck I was talking about. Just getting into a group, feeling good, saying what they said, being confident about what it was said, because now I got the new group people and everybody in the group saying it, so it must be true. All these people are wrong over here? The real shit, all the people was wrong out there, wasn't they? Nah, don't think about that. This feels too good. This feels good. You in the right place, man. We chosen, but stop. Boston Steamer Metaphysics. Ooh, I was just about to look at Boston Steamer. I don't even want to do it. The fuck was that soft ass R&B Zoom? Wait, what? Did I just sing some R&B? I don't know. I have a tendency to fall on a song. Cass says, you piss us connected to the waters of noon. Ooh, your piss is connected to the waters of noon. Ooh, boy, motherfuckers would drink that up. See, what your ancestors was really talking about that they didn't want you to know, because it's so simple. It's right there. What comes out of you is the waters of noon, and that is what feeds creation. You see how your piss feeds all these plants, right? And the plants feed the animals, and that gives us all the oxygen. Your piss is the waters of noon. And if you only realize this truth, you could activate the DNA. Boy, stop. Niggas would eat it up. Because look, not only would I hit you with that, I give you all the tools to go shame anybody who said it was wrong. Ooh, yes. That's what motherfuckers be looking for. The new tools to shame a Christian. Because secretly they're trying to be better than the people who in their past traumatized them by telling them they was better than them. The Christian looked down on me, and now it's my turn to look down on the Christian with my superior knowledge. Let's stop. Theoprogeny. The amplitude is a purely mathematical structure beyond space-time. Researchers found in 2013 it suggests space-time is emergent. That is true. And this is not only is this what's in the Bookman model as well, but like it's the only reason that I think that's difficult for people is because of their fundamental metaphysics. People are physicalists. The only way anything exists The only thing that's constituted in the category of real is physical. That's how they frame and define anything. If it's real, it's physical. And so they don't have a means of conceptualization beyond the physical realm. All of their convenient fictions are limited to ways of describing the physical world and its processes. With the amplituhedron, the mathematicians are finding, no, space-time isn't a fundamental. It's emergent from something else. In the Bookman model, the space-time would be the physical world. Time-space would be the non-physical world, and the primordial would be no time, no space. I don't even usually mention no time or no space because it's almost redundant to say it. But anyways, I say it because it kind of connects with the rest of it. Anyway, one gives rise to the next. There's a line of causality. But generally, people's line of causality starts with the physical world. The physical world is a third dimension. No. 10, 11, and 12. 10, 11, and 12. Okay. But, hey, if you want to hear about it, talk about Donald Hoffman on YouTube. Donald Hoffman. Bro, don't play me. Yeah, Donald Hoffman talks about it. Theoretical mathematician, mathematical physicist. That's what I was looking for. Mathematical physicist. Check it out. Urine chakra cleanse. Yeah, bro, they out here activating the anus, bro. I'm at work and was holding my phone with my neck and shoulder and writing on a board. I almost dropped everything laughing. But you ain't got no earpiece? Get your AirPods. I don't know. Marshall, you an Apple user too? Hell no. Don't do it. Was going just about to say, don't look it up. Good, thank you, Dawson. I think even Einstein was saying space-time is likely emergent, but now they have evidence for it. I think there was already evidence for it, but from a physicalist lens, what would have constituted evidence before was already in the category of things that don't exist or aren't real. And now, within the category of what physicalists consider real, this is now unavoidable. But it's been the case. There's been evidence for it. It's just all that evidence was in the realm of that which is not real from a physicalist lens. I was listening to it this morning. There was something Einstein said. I can't remember the quote. Let me look at the video I was looking at. Where's history? Oh, I'm on the YouTube page. I think history's on the other side. Yeah. That was all the shit we were just watching today. Here. This is bro, what is this nigga's name? John Lennox. He talks about how what people generally consider ration in reality in terms of a physicalist lens, in terms of what people think of when they think science, it generally causes people to have to make a disconnect between accepting the idea of God or divinity in some form and understanding physics and the rest of physicalism. Science, as most people will consider it. But even to be an atheist, you're being religious to a certain respect. Like, bro, I was thinking about this shit the other day as well. Like, motherfuckers, you gotta listen to the shit that comes out your mouth. Like, how often motherfuckers will invoke the idea of society? Like, there's so many new gods motherfuckers hold themselves up under. Society does this, society does that. Man, fuck that. Ain't society. Invite society to the barbecue. It ain't out there. But you constrain yourself up under it. You invoke it as a thing that has all this influence on you. That goes back to, oh, now I can create my reality. Newsflash, you always could. But how were you agreeing not to? Well, society did. My mommy and them did. My trauma, if you know my story. None of that was ever the case. Yeah, those things happened, but that's not what stopped you. It never was. Yeah, but people will say metaphysics. Metaphysics is a branch of philosophy. Generally, from a physicalist lens, philosophy has no utility. That's why motherfuckers so quick to make all this spiritual shit about cells and atoms and DNA and vibrating quark string. I don't even know if that's a thing. I just put quantum words together. It sound good though. Vibrating quark string. You hear the word vibration and frequency. Ooh, I'm on the right track. We don't even know what the fuck that is. I'm gonna listen to this in the background and see if I can. There's a way to search through this video through the transcript, but I don't remember how. Being outside of time and space and time felt like madness on those streams. I was begging to get back to the humanity. Oh, bruh. I gotta see when he says to somebody, because he quotes the Einstein quote. But yeah, man, it's about what you consider normal, real. All of that is tied up in what is you. That's why I point to it. Motherfuckers will be begging for a spiritual experience, have one, and first thing is, damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's weird. Damn, that's strange. Compared to what? What you really believed. Wait a second, did he just say it? No, that was Newton he was talking about. But it's just a different angle of approach on how you frame reality. It's how you think, not what you think. You can't hear this. You should go watch. I don't want to spend the next 15 minutes. And I don't even know why the guy put his face here, but I mean, I guess because it's his channel. That's what makes sense. That makes sense. Well, this is what he highlighted from that talk as well. Yeah, look. Motherfuckers get caught up in saying the new thing without examining what the new thing or the old thing actually is, like what it comes from. They're looking for the new thing to say and the new thing to do. And they're not examining what they already have or how it functions. This is why they get caught up in the bullshit. This is why they get caught up in the bullshit. The wrong problem of consciousness is the new name for the hard problem, as per Donald Hoffman. The wrong problem of consciousness. It's the Western ontology has some big holes in it. It's insufficient to describe this process of spiritual stuff you guys are trying to do. But you don't. Once again, no one tells you about ontology, or if they do, they claim they're the first person to tell you. It's funny. You have to look at the fundamentals. People are so desperate to find out how to do something, they don't even understand what they're talking about. And they don't understand they don't know what, because they just full of them hero cookies, all them facts, checks, and fire. I recommend looking at Nima Arkani Hamad. Oh, I know that guy. I usually suggest Donald Hoffman over him, because I think Donald Hoffman is a lot more palatable. But I wouldn't disagree with you, because I looked at a bit of him. Because once again, these are mathematical physicists. I'm not a mathematician. I can tell you that right now. So he wasn't as palatable right away. It wasn't as salient. There's a good one. But Donald Hoffman was more salient, especially the context in which he was having those discussions. That's why I usually throw Donald Hoffman off there. Most of Donald Hoffman's work is citing Nima. Yeah, it is. Exactly. That's why when I looked at Donald Hoffman, I looked at Nima as well. I was like, whoa. whoa, I need to be a better mathematician to understand where he's coming from with this. His PhD is in computational psychology. Is that Nima or Hoffman? Yeah, right, Mara. Space-time is doomed. That's going to be Donald Hoffman. Look at the hierarchy in there. I love it. The hierarchy in where? I don't know what you're referring to. I'm sorry. I apologize. With physicalism, I had stopped at chemistry and enveloped it with gods. And only recently realized I still had that shit. That's what motherfuckers will do. They'll take the convenient fictions of the theoretical frameworks from physics and just start deifying it. As opposed to understanding where these not only where the convenient fictions come from, but what deities are for. This is why the correspondences will fuck you up, man, because you don't even know what you're corresponding. It's not going to make no sense. If you don't understand what constitutes the category, it's babble. And then especially if you're talking to folks in a room where no one can disagree, you'll never learn anything about it. You'll just get more impressed with yourself for doing it. Because when I say theoretical frameworks, I'm not saying it's not real. There's a reality to it, but you have to understand the nature of what's being done and why it's being done. It's a theoretical framework, meaning it's using convenient fictions. It's not making a claim at an underlying reality. That's a metaphysical claim. It's not necessarily making a metaphysical claim. Some people can do that. And even in a metaphysical claim, you use convenient fictions to frame or map out the concepts. And that's what you have to see when you're looking at a map, and you can't confuse the map with the territory. And that's what most people want to do. We're so inundated in metaphor and maps that they just confuse the map with the territory and think it's all just metaphor for whatever I already wanted to believe. Because if you correspond all this shit to chemistry, what you're really saying is what's real is chemistry. What's real is physics. And that's how most people think. And once again, I'm not telling you it's wrong, because from a physicalist lens, that's what makes sense. This is why people they can't adhere to their old religions and systems, because they have a physicalist lens. And that's not made for anything spiritual. If anything, it's made to track and predict the behavior of physical phenomena. That's it. That's all it categorizes as real. And people treat that as seeing the truth of the world or reality, as opposed to it being a conceptual model. Like, one of the things I like about John Lennox is he's where I got the analogy, okay, why is the water in the kitchen boiling? You know, I can describe it in terms of vibrating particles agitated by the high frequency of the heat from the stove burner. Or I can tell you, the water in the kitchen is boiling because I was about to make noodles. See, on one side, I'm describing a process. I'm describing function in a manner in which you can predict what's going to happen next. But there's no analyzer in the analysis. Here, I'm not giving you none of that stuff. I'm not telling you it's not real. But I can tell you why from the other side. I was going to make some noodles. None of this will tell you why. It's not made to. It's specifically made to exclude that question. And it's been done for so long, most people who think this way don't even think about that, because they're not interested in that. They've already claimed there is no why. It's all random, and you're a monkey on a rock that's a speck in a huge cosmic galaxy. You're standing on the edge of the ocean, and that's it. It's all random. It's all chaos. There's nothing. That's still a form of religious thinking. It's still a form of religious thinking. This is what I'm saying, bro. Motherfuckers will say metaphysics, but they just mean spooky physicalism. It's not metaphysics. Metaphysics is a branch of philosophy. You have to think about your thinking. How you think is what's going to need to change. The information can be complex, but when you understand the underlying fundamentals, the principles, it helps to make it less complex. It helps to make it less complex. So you have to seek to understand the principles as opposed to seeking to figure out how to do something. And there are plenty of people who will tell you how. I'm here to give you a practical tip. Roll your eyes backwards to activate your third eye. Shut up. Gaze at the sun. So it activates the light code DNA in your eyeball and it transmits to the rest of your body. No. But that's what motherfuckers will say. Because they don't know what they don't know. And they don't question that. It's all feelings. Here, we're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. Because I love it. I really do. I really fucking do.
And if everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. You see? Check? Check. All right then. They play on your emotion. Saying nothing well and playing on your emotion. Tell a person what they want to hear and say nothing well. You can say nothing if you can say it well. They play on your emotion. And that's the problem with our people. They have been teaching you what you wanted to hear and not what you really needed to hear because they didn't know what you really needed to hear. That's called the art of public speaking. They play on your emotion. So that's getting your emotion up to a certain level and you thinking that's spiritual, that's emotionalism. They play on your emotion. And they'll come up and they would come into some stuff and they would be talking all this good stuff and people, yeah. But everybody's ignorant. You see what I'm saying? They play on your emotion. And if everybody agreeing on the same thing, somebody wrong. You see? Check? Check. All right then.
That's where most of y'all have started, what you call in your studies. In a room where everybody agree on the same thing. This is what I mean by everybody agree on the same thing. Nobody challenges anything. Anything anyone says is right. And this should get a check. Fire. Gems. So, y'all gotta look at this, man. We building. Gems. Facts. Yo, this is the true shit over here, man. You ever seen, what's his name? Black Magic 363? Man, he don't be challenging nobody, bruh. That shit be killing me. Like, motherfuckers go on that shit and say anything. Oh, man. This is how y'all get caught up in the fucking, Billy Carson alien shit. Saying, when y'all just walk into a room where you learn the script, you say the script, you get validated, and then you try and recruit new people to the script. You'll get mad when Christians doing it, but you got your own script. Bruh. See, man, I don't want to be the biggest, baddest motherfucker in the world. Don't. I really rather see this shit actually develop some rigor and critical thinking and branch off into a couple different schools of thought. No. Motherfuckers too busy trying to be cool, trying to be better than Christians, trying to have a better physical life. It don't work that way, bro. It don't. I get the desire to want to have a better physical life. A better physical life. That's the same desire as, hey, asses look good. It's primate shit. That's the same way a dog will think, what is heaven gonna be like? We get asses to sniff and alpo. It's physical shit. I get the desire, the inclination to want those things. That's part of the physical world. It's supposed to be like that. It's made to be unending. It's got to continue to replicate itself, move itself consistently. DNA is not your friend. DNA ain't got shit to do with you. But why would you think it has something to do with you? Because what do you think you is? The body with extra steps? Fuck out of here, man. 363 used to be my shit. Yeah, man, because it's like one of those places where you can actually start to hear people talking about the subject matter you're interested in. And it feels good to get in there, especially when you don't hear it nowhere else. I get it, bro. Like, I'm so serious. I've been in the same place. I get it. But motherfuckers gotta be critical. In some respect. It's like the only things motherfuckers want to be critical of is the shit they don't agree with. Motherfuckers in this new spiritual shit, they'll be quick to be critical of a Christian. They'll pull out the Bible, start hitting it like they know it better than a Christian, right? And say, well, why you don't do this? Why did God do this? So you don't even really know the Bible. No, you can't pick and choose what you want. You said it's the truth, right? Ha 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 ha! Yeah, my ass walk in there and do the same thing. So you think I can't do it because you done pick things from all these different things. I already know that. I done looked at these things. I know what you're talking about. So you say that shit to a motherfucker don't know what you're talking about. That's different. I know what you're talking about. You can't know. Nobody can know. So how you know? I tell you, boy. When you gonna be on 363, man? They ain't gonna be on 363. Look, I ain't gonna be on nobody's shit, bro. I don't play well with other kids. I wasn't socialized properly as a child. My developing spirituality, I wasn't socialized properly. I was raised by wolves. Oh shit. Nah, man, I make niggas mad, bro. I'll make niggas mad. Not because what I'm saying is inaccurate, it's because it's my tone. It's my tone. It doesn't facilitate the feeling people are coming for. And people don't even want to have to look at the fact that they're there for the feeling. That's it. Motherfuckers are playing on your emotions. But they're not playing on your emotions because something is wrong with them. You can play because you got caught slipping. You gullible. And when you got two gullible people playing on each other's emotions, they ain't going nowhere. They might feel they are. They ain't going nowhere. But then you can't tell them they're not going nowhere because that feeling is all that validation, but it's all valid. What you mean my feeling ain't valid? This is my metaphysical intuition. Well, stop. But you can't tell them. That's cool. Look, the diminished capacity, man. What is you? Human is the lie. And it's not as simple as getting a new name for it. When I'm saying human is a lie, I'm not saying it's the wrong word. I'm talking about what's invoked with that idea. What comes along with it? I'm a child of Jehovah. What comes along with that? I'm not telling you it's wrong, you shouldn't do it. When it comes to human, yeah, I'm saying that. Anything else, I'm like, look, what comes along with that? People are used to going to somebody who's talking about this that's going to tell them what they should do, what they should know. This ain't school. You have to cultivate the capacity to understand, to learn. After you do that, then you'll start to understand what you need to know. But you can't get it secretly following people, bro. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Just because you walk in and they say, welcome family, don't mean they don't pass that plate on your ass. Fuck you talking about? Motherfuckers mad at the plate too. You like the shiny church, but you mad when they throw that plate around. You shouldn't do this for money. What do you do for money? You shouldn't do that. You should do that for free. Right? Whatever. See? Motherfuckers just here for what they feel like, bro. In college, I used to pull out the Gnostic test. I was like, I was the shit, just knowing that most of it was more dookie than I thought the Bible was. Bro, that Gnostic shit, man. I said before, that Gnostic shit's a parasite. Because it takes whatever the person you're talking to believes them and say, okay, well, yeah, but what you're saying is really the illusion that was created by Yaldabaoth. Like, that's what the Roman Catholic Church does. It's a parasite. Like, it doesn't do anything on its own. It just attaches itself to any new host and tries to assimilate them. It's like the Borg from Star Trek. It just assimilates motherfuckers. Like, it's not... Well, then motherfuckers will get the validity, the feel good, because, like, now I know the secret knowledge. And it's horseshit. It's horseshit. The agreement. Hey man, you gotta check them. It's not bad to have agreements, but you gotta check the fine print. Would metacognition theory fall in line with that? Fall in line with what? Metacognition theory. Because I've heard of metacognition, but I'm curious what metacognition theory is properly. Let's see. Once again, first link. Definition of metacognition. Metacognition means thinking about thinking. The concept was created by John Flavel in the 1970s. Okay. It includes all the processes involved in regulating how we think. Examples include planning out our work, tracking our progress, and assessing our own knowledge. Metacognition strategies are useful to help us study smarter, not harder, and achieve self-control. Metacognition, this is probably cognitive science. Cognitive science. I'm usually skeptical of cognitive science because I think it tries to sneak in physicalism, where physicalism doesn't have any footing. It brings a lot more neuroscience than I'd like. But like John Vervaeke, the guy I talked to you, John Vervaeke, he's a cognitive scientist. Now he's not making metaphysical claims so much as he's talking more about meaning in life as opposed to meaning of life, more on the experiential side as opposed to making a claim about what the underlying reality is. See, with cognitive science, it's going to be more on the experiential side and explaining that. But usually the thing I don't like is the premises of thinking of humanity and physicalism. So I'm not saying they're wrong or shouldn't say that, but I don't like the premises of thinking. Because I think the premises of thinking colors where you end up. And a lot of brain stuff, but he has very valuable information. I would highly recommend John Vervaeke. Because really, most of what y'all are looking for is meaning in life and not meaning of life. That's more of a metaphysical question, meaning of life. Most of y'all are looking for meaning in life. And it's a different question. It's a different question. So since the lie is human, we all really need to be inhuman. I'm not telling you what you need to do. Remember that. Look, don't translate what I'm saying into, oh, so this is good and this is bad? No. I don't say that. Oh, so this is what I need to do? This is what I need to stop doing? No. I'm pointing you to examine the implications of what you're already doing. Humanity is going to come from the physicalist lens. It's not going to have the capacity to do what you're trying to do as in terms of spirituality. It's not going to have the capacity. It's not made to do that. That's why motherfuckers gotta come up with alien stories with less evidence than you have for anything in the Bible. So I'm not telling you what you need to do. Remember this, please. I'm not telling you what you need to do. Because look, if I start telling you what to do, I'm gonna put that robe on and we're gonna get some piss water. You gonna open up them pockets real deep and we're gonna get some piss water. Look, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you what you need to do. I'm pointing to the implications of what you're already doing. That's the key. There's no new thing to do, no new place to go. You need to re-examine where you are and what you're already doing, what the implications are of that. Alice in Wonderland, she lost. She come up on the Cheshire Cat, trying to find her way out. And he's like, look, okay, where are you going? Well, I don't know. Where you been? I don't know. Well, where you at? I don't know. Little bitch, how you know you're lost? If you don't know where you're trying to go, where you been, it really don't matter which way you go. But when does it matter? If you don't know where you're going or where you've been, when does it matter which way you go? When you're trying to avoid something. That's when you be worried and concerned about trying to control the outcome. Because you're trying to avoid something else. This is why I'm not going to tell you what to do. I want you to re-examine what you're doing right now. Not the new hot thing to say, not the new hot thing to do. Examine being inhuman. Go ahead. That's the dark spot over there, Simba. Go ahead. I'm telling you don't want to go over there yet. Because you're not ready. But go ahead. Go ahead, please. Just look, man. Just jump into being inhuman without examining how you're still holding on to human. It's going to fuck you up. It's going to fuck you up. Like, oh, here's an example. Let's do this. That's a nice picture right here. Here. You see that? That's what you think I'm telling you to do. Just jump into being inhuman. What I'm telling you to do is re-examine whether or not you're anchored to the top of that cliff. Because look, imagine he tried to do that jump and he had a whole bunch of ropes that he had tied himself to the top of the cliff. And he didn't unhook them. What's going to happen when he jumped like that? Bam. He going to smash his face into the wall. He going to fuck his shit up. It's easy to say, no, I'm not attached to, I'm not held down no kind of way. But I'm telling you, it's in the you. It's in the agreements. It's in the way you frame reality. It's not that you're doing it wrong. It's that the way you're doing it is not conducive to what you want to do. So then what should I do? Re-examine what you're already doing. There's nowhere to go. Stop rushing. Stop rushing to get somewhere else. Stop looking for the new hot, fancy, novel thing. And stop trying to teach and give out tips. Re-examine what you're doing, how you're thinking about your thinking. What agreements? Your agreements of you, what you is. What constitutes the category? What is real? What is true? That's what I mean. Because your you is part of a narrative. It's always part of a narrative. A you is always part of a narrative. A self is always part of a narrative. And if you haven't examined not only what narrative you're using, but what the implications of it are, you don't know whether or not you tied to that cliff. And most people ain't trying to look at whether or not they tied because they so busy trying to run away from something. I don't want to have my life end up this way. You can't stop it, bro. You can't stop it. It's going to be madness. The shroom showed me a tree with bad roots, no proper structure to grow. Yeah, you're gonna touch the madness. As a matter of fact, you really jumping like that, you're gonna be deep. You're gonna be deep in it. See, motherfuckers want this to be a nice little sprinkly adventure on the side of what they already do, where they don't have to change much of anything, but they get a new extra thing that makes it a little better. All that shit that you was doing, that you thought was what you supposed to be doing, gone. It's gonna crumble. Shit gonna start falling, breaking away. See, everybody love chaos till shit start fucking up. Shit gonna start fucking up. And you gonna look and be like, oh no, because you ain't really on the path of faith. You're not really walking by faith. What you was doing was trying to get a better physical life, and that ain't what this stuff is for. I'm telling you, man. Where did we do an agreement at? It's not even necessarily when the agreement happens. Like I said, what you're doing now. Your acts and omissions. What you are doing and also failing to do. What you are doing and also failing to do. Anyway, you can walk into the courtroom. I'm not a U.S. citizen. Okay. Boom. Now what's the next thing you do? Minimum contacts. Bring it right back. Social security number. You got some money in your pocket? They ask for money. You pull out a Federal Reserve note. That's somebody's property. That's specific property. Where do you live? You give them one of their addresses inside of one of their districts. You bring it right back. You say this ain't the case, but your actions are constituting the contract. Your omissions are constituting the contract. What is you? That's what I'm talking about. See, you don't have to try and go, where did I first do the contract? No. Because look, if you figure out what's going on right now, you'll be able to trace that back. You want to embrace it right here, right now. It could be simple, bro. You really have to address the things you're scared of, the things you're running away from, the shit you don't want to have to look at, the degree to which you really do believe just humanity. The degree to which you really don't know. The degree to which almost everything come out your mouth is something somebody else told you. The degree to which you really don't think about the shit. It's interesting, you have it, go through your brain every now and then, but you don't really grasp it. You have to contend with where you are now. Because once you get that, the next step becomes obvious. The next step was there the whole time, but too much of your own bullshit was in the way. I'm telling you, it can be so simple. So examining the causality rather than what has already emerged. Because if you look at the causality, it's going to explain to you why what emerged. If you look at how you're doing things right now, it's going to explain to you why you've done these things and what you was going to end up setting yourself up for. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't approach this work trying to avoid something or trying to get something. It's not going to work. It's just going to fuck you up even more. It's going to dig you deeper into that hole. But see, if you're in a group of people who all just digging that hole, filled with pride and validation, hero cookies, you're never going to know. You have to examine what you're doing now. You have to be thinking about your thinking. And a large part of that is really contending with the fact that you really do believe humanity. It's okay. You have to really understand how you're agreeing before you can ever hope to not agree to it anymore. You can't just jump to not agreeing to it. It's not going to work. You haven't even, bro, you got hands you don't even know you have. And you're holding on to the shit. And you don't want to look to see whether or not you may not know enough yet. You want to be the nigga that already know enough, so you jump. Boom. It's not going to work. I'm telling you. Omission. Never even heard of that. Here, let's do this. Omission. Noun. Something neglected or left undone. Something neglected or left undone. Bro, there's a whole chunk of what you call your personality, which is properly called shadow. Unexamined. Left undone. Oh, the shit you halfway do? Yeah, see, you got to go back and finish. You got to actually complete, really examine shit. Stop avoiding. Stop focusing on what you want, what you like to see. Fuck that. Neglect of duty. Ooh, I like that one. Yeah, bro. Your acts and your omissions. See, people, when they think about contracts, they think, oh, it's just the acts. It's just something I've done. But if the appropriate presumption is in place, the physical world, it's your omissions. If the appropriate presumptions are in place and you don't rebut the presumptions, then the issue is your omissions. It's not simply your acts, it is your omissions as well. The presumptions. What are you agreeing with? What are you invoking when you agree with humanity? What is presumed? What can be presumed alongside that? What's the fine print of the contract? I'm telling you. So think backwards on how I've been thinking. No, don't think backwards. Really examine what you believe now. What are you avoiding? What are you scared of? What do you think is real? What do you, not what would you like to think? Not what would you like to think? Oh, this is what I'd like to think is real. That's not what I said. Not what you'd like to think is real. That's in your way. If we was at the end of the day now, what would you really think is real? What would you really think is real? What are you avoiding and what are you scared of? Those are the easiest ones to get, just like that. That's not the work, but it's going to start to introduce you to what do you really think is real? What would you rather not see? What do you not want to be the case? Why? because you believe a reality about these things. And I'm not telling you that's wrong. I'm telling you that is. So it's not what you need to go do. What's the new word? It's really examining your present state. Really examining your present state. Motherfuckers is quick to try and get to the race. Hey, bro, you might want to tie your shoe. Hey, man, I'm trying to lace you up, bro. I'm trying to lace you up, boy. Neglected duty. Yes, neglected duty. Neglected duty is things you have failed to do. More especially in the face of the presumption of the physical world. It's the appearance of a place. If you have not rebutted the standing presumptions, they get to continue to stand. You have to rebut those presumptions. And your omissions are where you're going to find that. What you have failed to do. What you have failed to do. You know you could have. You know you should have. Well, I would have if da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, sure, whatever. Look, who you trying to convince? Why are those the questions I need to think about? And then what happens when I get those answers? Why are those the questions you need to think about? Because ultimately, you need to be figuring out, what do you really believe? And the easiest place to start finding those answers, what you're scared of, what you're avoiding, what you don't want to be the case. Because you wouldn't be scared of it, avoiding of it, or not wanting it to be the case if there wasn't something there you believe is real. If you're going to reintroduce yourself, re-examine right here, right now, what do you believe is real? I can guarantee you the things you're scared of, the shit you're avoiding, the shit you don't want to be the case, you consider a reality. There's much more to it. Oh, certainly. But that's the easiest place to start. It's right there. Right there under the surface. And it's not about getting specific answers. Once again, this isn't school. You want to re-acknowledge. Okay, re-acknowledge what the things you already actually believe. Instead of just focusing so deeply on what you'd like to believe, what you'd like to be the case. That's just in your way. That's just in your way. What do you really believe? What do you really believe? What are you upset that you really believe? What you really believe is what you're looking for. Because this is what you want to have a hold on. This is what's going to direct every action you do. This is what's going to direct how you frame what you is. It's simple. That's going to be difficult when you get in there because your room dirty as fuck. Your room dirty as fuck. What do I really believe in what? What did you add the what in what at the end? That's not what I said. What do you really believe? Period. What is real for you? What is real for you? Not what would you like to think is real. Not what have people told you is real. What is real for you? What do you really believe? Bro, you be trying to make the question more complicated. Because you're trying to find a method. And I'm telling you, bro, the methods are simple. You're trying to figure out how to use this. Stop trying to think where you're going to go. Stop trying to see what you're supposed to expect, where you're going to end up. Let go. Let go of the expectation. Let go of needing to know what's going to happen. What is real for you? Yes. I'm not telling, look, bro, I already gave you the Bookman model. Don't ask me what it is for me. You want to see what it is for me? Bookman model will help you out. But why would you ask that? You want to do it? Don't just repeat what someone says. Please, I'm begging you, because it's going to fuck you up. That's all I can do, Simba, is tell you not to go over there to the elephant graveyard. That's all I can do. You're going to want to do it anyways. I'm telling you, it's not about the right thing to believe. It's about what do you honestly believe. Because whatever's down there is what you're using to frame the idea of what is you. What is you? It's made of whatever you really believe. I don't know what I really believe, and you sure as hell ain't ready. I'm telling you. You got to change your name to Panic Yo Destitute 11. Motherfuckers be going crazy with these goddamn social media names, bro. Let's talk is cheap, though. You can make anything your social media name. You can make anything your social media name. Look, once again, like I've been saying this whole time, bro. In that you, how you're framing what you is, what you really believe, there is where you've diminished your capacity. There is where you've diminished your capacity. Looking through that little bitty perspective is why you can't see how big this is. I'm so serious, bro. I'm so serious. Most of what I be talking about with y'all niggas is just introducing you to that bottom layer of skin. But you don't want to let go of the dirt that's attached to the foot. Matter of fact, you want to be grounded, so you want to put the foot back on the dirt. God damn it. It could be all so simple. Yes, Seymour, I am Brandon. Embrace it. Embrace it. Get into the room and don't worry about not, looking dumb. Because I usually don't think y'all are dumb. I usually don't. I don't think that's a thing. But get in there, be Brandon. That's why I put his ass on here. The motherfuckers quit to look at Brandon and be like, nah, I ain't ugly like that. Look at me, I got the pretty hair. I ain't Brandon. Nah, nigga, you ugly as hell. Fuck you talking about? Ugly as hell. Be Brandon. Be Brandon and embrace it. Let go of all this shit you want it to be. Let go of all the shit you want it to be. That's what's in the way. It's not a build that up and here, manifest what you really want. How the fuck do you know what you want? How the fuck you know? What make you think you even got enough wherewithal to understand what you need? It's got to be useful and appropriate. How do you know what's useful and appropriate? Take what you need, leave what you don't. How do you know? You don't. What you know is what you'd like the answer to be. And that's a whole different thing, man. I want to ask you what is real to you specifically. And me asking you, it doesn't mean I'm going to just take what you say and run with it. Look, this is as much as I'll give you of that then. You got the Bookman model. You can click the link. It's a whole cosmological model. Whole cosmological model. There you go. There you go. Now it takes you right back. And I'm going to start you every time here. Existential essentials. I'll even break down how the cosmological model works. There you go. But you have to contend with whether or not you understand. These are basic English words, bro. Basic English words. But if you don't want to contend with, well, maybe I don't really know the English language. Okay, that's up to you. Because most of motherfuckers don't. You don't know the English language. You think you do. You don't. I talk about it all the time. I got hours and hours and hours and hours of video of me talking about what I consider real. And see, this is the cultivated shit. This is the manicured shit that's made specifically for your digestion. This is the Gerber peas. This is the Gerber peas. Nah, Aris, I want the chicken wings. You ain't ready for chicken wings. You can't even get Gerber peas. Talking about chicken wings. Can you sum up what is real to you in a few words? What is real is an ontological question. 3 densities of reality. There you go. Few words. But see, that's not going to be all you wanted, right? It's going to be a next question, and then a next question. You got another 4 questions to try and slick lead you to where you wanted me to go. But I'm telling you, we're not going there. Look, it's all here. I've been talking about it for years now. You want the answer to come in a few summed up words. Can you package the Gerber peas a little bit more for me, please? Then I can pretend it's chicken wings. I didn't get it and didn't admit it until I paid for the guild and started paying attention. There you go, Maestro. And Maestro, one of the smart ones, y'all. Let me touch his third eye. Look, man, motherfuckers will not get what the fuck I say and won't admit it to themselves. They won't even know how to understand whether or not they understand. And they don't want to have to contend with that because it feels a certain way. There's some motherfuckers who listen to me for the longest, never ask a question, never seek to understand. They either won't ask a question or try to have it reduced to a single little thing that they can repeat. If I give you a single little thing, it's for you to start your research. I got services where you can pay and I can work with you specifically if you like. The motherfucker's like, no, not my precious money. Okay, cool. You got the internet in your pocket. Go ask the right questions. Well, see, you don't want to do that either. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't have the English language master. Still learning new things daily. Got to. I mean, am I wrong to be asking you questions? But will you not do that? Reduce things to right and wrong, good or bad? You know I'm going to tell you you're not wrong for asking questions. What did I say? And then you do this all the time. What did I say? I said you're wrong for trying to get the answer in a little compartmentalized, little bento lunchbox. That's what you want. Little bento lunchbox. If you get a little bento lunchbox, that's for you to go start your research. Your research ain't asking me questions. Bro, all I can do is set you up for the research. Now, if you want to use me as research, that's what I got the services for. People in the guild, you can ask me whatever the fuck you want, whenever the fuck you want. People who get a consultation, we'll talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about. But most of the shit you asking is a Google search away. The reason you don't understand is because you're not contending with the fact you don't understand. You rather project onto the world. The world is confusing as opposed to things you don't understand. I'm telling you, you're not wrong for asking questions. I encourage you to ask questions. I constantly encourage you to ask questions. But see, you actually got to listen to the answers and contend with whether or not you understand them. I'm telling you, bruh, don't reduce what I'm saying to right and wrong. That's like the second or third time in a live you've asked that question. And then you know that's not the answer. Am I wrong for asking you a question? No, you're not. But you're wrong for asking multiple questions, not understanding the answers, skipping over the fact you don't understand and jumping to another question as if you understood what was said. And then when I call you out on it, am I wrong for asking a question? No. Kiddo, ask as many questions as you want. But I can tell what you're doing with the questions. You're not the first person to do it. I was you. I've done it. I see the line of questioning. It's looking for what do I do and give me the whole thing in a little package so that I can treat the whole thing like the little package. I know. I've been watching. I listen, dude. You're not wrong for asking questions, but I'm telling you why you're asking that question. Not the third eye touch. I had to do it. That's the only way he was going to feel connected. Oh, two girls, one cup. Why y'all get into the timeless novel story, bro? Hell yeah. Oh, shit. Two girls, one cup. Two girls, one cup. Look, relax, you're good. I told you to watch Timeless Knowledge Store. You get back at the Timeless Knowledge Store? See, I answer the question. I tell you what to do. When I do, you're like, no, I don't even want to do that. Okay. Look at what you're scared of. Look at what you really believe. What? Every time I give you the little thing, don't try and see the big thing. Really examine the little thing. Like you ask a little kid, a little kid will ask you a whole bunch of questions. And sometimes they not even listen to the answer. Trying to understand more than they had a capacity to, and insulted by the idea that they're informed, hey, you don't have the capacity to understand this yet. See, I could be just like, I could just hit you on the shoulder, give you the check firing facts, and make you feel good. But I'm not going to. Like, tell you don't understand. And it's not bad for not understanding, but you have to actually embrace it. You have to put that dunce cap on. I know you got the nice curl on top, and ain't nobody gonna see if you put the dunce cap on it. I need you to put the dunce cap on it and really embrace how little you understand. That's what's gonna open you up to start understanding more. Stop looking for what's the next thing I need to do. How do I put all of this into one sentence? It don't work like that. What's the one book I can go read to get all this? Until I write a book, ain't no book like that. I'm telling you, it's not how this works. It just don't, bro. I'd love to make it that easy for you, and I fucking do. I can only do so much on my side. I know. That's my work. It's my stress. You got to be a chick because your questions have pretense. They're not just questions. Exactly. I can see the pretense. It's not a chick. It's just he's just young. He's just real young. Yeah, like sometimes motherfuckers think they're being transparent with their questions, but they're not even transparent with themselves, so they can't see the pretense in their questions. Now I've been watching The Masculine Medicine. That don't sound like a timeless knowledge story. I mean, there's part of it that's in there. I remember I just released some videos about masculine medicine, which is the short videos. All right now, look, hit the timeless knowledge story. Bro, ask some of the dudes. It's not just me. Don't nobody put the dudes on game. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. I was mad I was at a baby. I was glad I was a baby. I'm with you. Hell yeah, bro. Look, this motherfucker's even more grown as mad as his babies. Bro, you have to embrace being a baby. Not only because it's going to open you up to actually understand, but you're going to go through this rebirth process again and again and again and again and again. Even in times where it's not convenient for what you want. Boom, back to a baby. I got to start over? Yep. And you're like, damn, why I got to do all this? Why is it taking too long? Why can't I just be grown? It's a cycle. You're going to do it again and again and again. Especially when you start fucking with some dark shit. But stop. I'm 22 though, so actually I'm getting to it with the deep work early. Yeah, get it, but you got to lean into it, bro. You got to lean into it, bro. Like, I'm so serious how much this stuff has been baby foodified for you niggas. I baby foodify it. I'm so serious. I'm so serious. The shit I want to talk about, fucking baby food. But it's okay, because I need you to eat it so you can grow up and we can see what else the fuck y'all gonna do. Oh, please. Please. Piece of shit, man. See, most people, when they talk about go within, that's at the end of what they're talking about. It's just, once they don't know how to explain it no more, they say you just got to go within. We start there. Embrace being Brandon, bro. Embrace being Brandon. Start to learn what some of these words you don't understand mean. Don't skim over a word just because you feel like it, you think you understand it. I'm telling you, you're going to lose. You got to really dig in to how little you know. You got to let go of the comfortable idea that I'm getting there. I'm close. I'm doing it. I'm telling you, bro. Gerber in this bitch. Hell yeah. Next y'all gonna have me changing diapers, bro. I'm not here for it, man. Y'all piss me off with that. I'm mad. I'm mad. Oh shit. Alright, y'all. What time is this? 12. Just so y'all in the guild know, there's no office hours today. It's vacation week. Here, because they may not understand. No, because they're more than capable of looking at the calendar. As a matter of fact, I put up a calendar every month. Still gonna look at me, hey bro, we got something today? Fuck you mean we got something today? Fuck you mean? I Gerberify the fuck out of it. I can tell y'all niggas at the beginning, look, each week we gonna do these days. And leave it up to you to remember that. No calendar. Nah, I hit you with the double calendar. Fuck you mean, bro? Hit you with the double calendar. Niggas still don't get it. It's alright though. I'm pissed. Alright, y'all. Y'all have a good one today, man. I fucking love it. Oh, so you alright? Have me wipe y'all ass, and y'all gonna be posing for the bitches while I gotta wipe the shit off your ass.